Good evening, everyone. Welcome again to another Hangout with Astroburner. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Liam, and the channel is all about 3D printing, making, CNC, lasers, or anything in between, anything that makers get involved with. So it's a casual hangout. People come in, chat, talk about their projects. I'm actually going to be working on one tonight. We'll talk about our projects, talk about ask questions, get input. If you have issues with printers, whatever that, reach out to us and we'll see what we can do to help out. Let's see who's already in chat. Hey, Jersey Hack, how are you? Welcome. So we have Matt already in the background. Let me bring Matt in.
Hey, everybody.
Matt, how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Ooh, noisy on your side, man.
Yeah, let me check my audio.
Yeah, it's really noisy.
Better now?
Haven't changed the name on here yet. Okay, yeah, much better. Yeah. We don't hear the background noise. Great. So what are you up to?
3D printing, like always. I'm making...
Let me get the link ready to invite people in. Let me copy that link. So if anybody out there wants to join us, hey, Bionic, how are you? There is the link if you want to come in. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Making a dinosaur skeleton, 200%. Cool. So...
Nice.
I have the other dinosaur already ready.
All right, cool. Nice. Yeah, let me make you full screen. It'll be easier to see what you're up to.
I broke the tail accidentally while I'm moving house, so I have to reprint the tail again. So...
Or just pick the part you need and stick it on.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Very nice. Sweet. Well, guys, what are the rest of you up to? Like as I said, the links are there. I just posted them in chat. If you want to come in and join, you are welcome to do so. As always, we're trying to keep it fairly clean. We don't no abusing each other, no giving each other a hard time. This is casual, open. It's about people who are involved in making. Like Jerry said, he may join us later. I don't think he's feeling too well, so he may join us later. But anybody and everybody is welcome as long as you behave yourself on stream. We're good to go. Preferably if we know you, but not always. It doesn't happen. Printing a new solder station tool holder for. Okay, well, I use my helping hands for mine. Let me get Matt off the screen and get them down to normal size.
Yeah.
But I like to use the helping hands when I'm doing wires and so on. I'm actually going to be using this tonight because this is the heat bed for the Ender 3 conversion kit to convert the Ender 3 into a belt printer. And during the stream tonight, I'm actually going to modify this. I'm going to solder up the wires that I need to extend the cables. I'm also going to do the same for my thermistor and get that ready. And there's things you need to know about soldering a hotbed, so I'll discuss those. Are you ready? What do you mean? Am I ready? There's a raid coming from whom? Hey, local maker. Hey, Kieran, how are you? Who just raided me? Hey, Big Jano. Who raided me? I don't see anything in Twitch that's telling me somebody raided. Who raided?
I see Joe Telling, maybe.
High five! Oh, high five!
Joe
Raid.
Telling.
Cool, Joel. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you,
welcome,
Joe.
Everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much, Joel. I didn't see it show up on Twitch. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome to the channel. Just like Joel's into 3D printing. I'm a maker. Everybody who comes into the Hangout are makers. We come in, we talk about stuff, and we talk about our projects. We talk about our... I'm in the process of doing a conversion of an Ender 3 to a belt printer. So tonight I'm going to be working on the hotbed, the heater bed for it. Matt German, Tactile 3D, you've probably seen him on some of Joel's streams and so on. He's big into doing stuff like lithophanes and so on. So everybody is welcome. It is a hangout. You want to come in and join and hang out and chat, you're all welcome to do so. I can get up to 10 people on stream at any one time. The only thing we ever ask is people come on and just behave ourselves, right? So we can be civil to each other, okay? But hey, Kieran. Hey, Thomas. How are you? Cool. 84 people. That was a fantastic raid. Thank you so much, Joel. Thank you so much for the support.
Thank you, Joel.
So what we're talking about tonight, as I said, Hey Carl, how are you? Follows are free. Don't forget. Yes, I agree. Follows are free, and if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe to channels for free. You can do one subscription every month for free if you wish to. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, Joel. Hey Thomas. Hey Lama, how are you? So, as I said, what we're going to be doing tonight is I'm going to be getting this ready. Let me show you the printer I'm working on first. While you're all there, this is what's left of the Ender 3. I've been converting it into a belt printer, and I have the belt section done. I just haven't attached it yet because I need to wire up my I need to wire up the hotbed and extend the wires for a hotbed. Hey Susan, how are you? Kitecrafter, hey, how are you, Kitecrafter? So I'm as part of us hanging out, and anybody, as I said, everyone is welcome to come in and join. And I'll post a link if you want to come in and join. All we ask is people behave themselves on stream. I can have up to 10 people here. There is the link. If somebody wants to come in and join the conversation, you're welcome to. You'll be on screen with us. We openly chat about our projects and what we're doing. And while we're doing that, some of us do a bit of work while we're hanging out here as well. So I decided to do the hotbed while we're on tonight. So if you want to, make sure you mute your Twitch, or not mute it, bring the volume all the way down to almost to zero, and then you can click on the StreamYard link and you can come in and join. If you set, by the way, if you're on Twitch and you set the volume to zero, Twitch takes you out of the analytics, just so you know. So to leave the volume to all zero, or if you're using Google Chrome, mute the tab in Google Chrome, and then Twitch doesn't know you've actually muted. Hey, The Apprentice, how are you? Matt's always printing stuff. He's printing parts for his dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Yeah.
You're in bed, Thomas? Yeah, I know it's late to your time. But you know you're always
Yeah.
welcome anyway. Damn it, it's Karen. Hello, how are you? So, as I said, I'm going to be working on this a little bit. Now, there's a few things about heat beds, about soldering the heat beds you need to know. Um, if you're ever going to solder a heat bed on your own, if you have like this, let me change my views here. So, this is the hotbed, and you see there's two pads on here that need to be soldered to. So what I'm going to be doing is the problem about soldering to a hotbed is when you put a soldering iron on here, the heat is absorbed by the metal plate, by the hotbed itself, because it's designed to transfer heat. So there's a few tricks you can do. You can either use a very high end, like a 100-watt soldering iron, which helps, but it's actually better if you preheat the bed first with using a. Hey, Avidus, how are you? Using a hot iron, right? Using a heat gun. So I'm going to preheat this, get it hot, and then when it's ready, I'm going to I'll get my soldering iron ready, and we'll actually put some solder on these pads in advance, getting it ready. Hey, off axis, how are you? So let's see. Let's get we have soldering iron. Let's get that mostly heated up first. It heats fast. Let's see. Yeah, it's not. That is not a single print. No, it is his. It's multiple prints for his dinosaur. Correct, Matt? You're on mute,
Yes,
Matt. We can't
yes,
hear you.
yes, yes, it is. It's run about 19 pieces.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah. So, guys, again, welcome again to the channel. I do a lot. I do a lot. Let's say 4 to 5 times a week. I come on here and hang out on Twitch, doing
Hey,
various things.
Alphexus.
And then I do my hangout every Wednesday. My regular hangout every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then on weekends, um, and if I have, like say, printers to do unboxing or lasers or CNCs to unbox, I'll do those on a weekend. Normally it's Saturday or a Sunday. I've been doing more Sundays recently because apparently people prefer Sundays. So I've been mixing it up a little bit. Get this a little bit preheated. It's almost there. So I'm going to, before I start on this, I need to first of all heat the bed. And I'm going to mute myself. Matt, please talk. I think there's going to be too much noise if I do this while my mic is on. So let me mute my mic.
All right. What I've been doing? I've been doing printing, of course. I did a big skull, too, a human skull. This is for a friend of mine, and it's really simple. You can get it off Thingy Universe. It's a flower pot, basically. So and I put my parts in there so I don't lose them. And that's part of the dinosaur. They came out very clean. The bones, I mean, very smooth. And on the printer I have right now, what you see in the corner right there, those are the ribs. I call them the spare ribs. Um, yeah. So I have to do this is the left side. I have to do the right side, and in there I run about 11 pieces on this one. So you have multiple pieces. Comes in 19 pieces the print, but each print have maybe like 1 to 11 pieces on there. So there are more than 19 pieces on there. So sorry about the number, but yeah. And if
Okay,
you don't see it behind me, you see the
so
bottom of the print, and
while
here,
Matt is doing that, I've preheated the metal because you want it to hold the heat for a long time. And let's test if the iron is ready. Not almost there.
that's what I'm printing, just 200% bigger.
So so the reason why I preheated is the laws of thermodynamics means it's going to wick away the heat, and we do not want that happening. So I'm going to pre-solder. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Flux. Come on, out you go. With the flux to make it travel better. This is a no cleanup flux, so it goes on nice and clean, and you don't have to clean up afterwards, which makes life easy. And then get this hot again. We're about there, and then we're going to lay a good bed of solder.
This is what I did like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And that's what I'm for my lithophanes. I have a second picture. Yeah.
Not sticking very well. Why isn't that sticking?
Why it doesn't zoom in now? Oh well. Best I can do right now with my camera. I don't have the best
This is
camera.
not sticking very well. It's not hot enough yet.
Hold on. I like my birds, so I make a lot of bird pictures. And funny enough, here in England we always say birds are women over here.
There's flux in that.
So
No fires,
yeah.
guys, just flux. So all I'm doing is going to try and get this to melt.
Yeah, I thought I'm gonna take a little break off printing lithophanes for a little bit.
Cool down again. Sorry, I need
So
to mute
this
again. The bed is cooled down already.
cool. It's only like a 2 minute drop, isn't
Hey,
it?
Hey,
hey,
Jerry, how are
hold on,
you?
Hey
everybody.
Jerry,
How you
So
how are
doing?
you?
I'll be back in a second, Jerry. I need to mute myself again. I need to reheat the bed. It's actually cooled down already.
Wow,
You go talk, Jerry.
bigger,
Say what you
bigger,
do.
bigger soldering iron, heat displacement. Oh, I see what he's doing. All right, that's interesting. I got a great big giant soldering iron that I will try to solder my bed with. I haven't tried it yet, but I see what he's doing. Trying to get the bed really hot. Yeah, hello everybody. Yeah, I'm kind of under the weather. I got a headache and a few other issues. So I was going to get on a little bit ago, then I went and laid back down. And anyway, here I am. So
Good to see you, Jerry.
I'll go with it. Oh, yeah, my Comgrow bed came in the mail finally, so I finally got that in the mail. That came today. It kind of got lost in the mail for my laser. My honeycomb bed came from Comgrow. I'm
Cool.
supposed to be on their live stream tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on their YouTube channel, so I'll do a test with them tonight at 8 o'clock for a little bit. They're locked down by COVID again, so they'll be streaming from their home.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. The same with Spring. All of them are in. Che- What's the area called again? Sichuan.
Shenzhen,
Shenzhen.
Shenzhen,
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
That's where most of our stuff comes from that we all have.
I know price is gonna get raised up in the next couple of months. I think.
Everything is crazy, and even if there wasn't a reason that, you know, that's kind of, I don't know. We'll get charged for air soon. Let's just put it that way. Everything keeps going up in price, for whatever reason they can concoct. Everything goes up in price. Hello, everybody in chat. Too many people to say hi to, but hello, hello.
Yeah. We got rated by Joel Telling, which is fantastic. Hey, Subjector, how are you?
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Yeah, so I was over in
Yeah,
Joel's
thank you.
stream a while ago.
Thank you, Joe, for letting me ask you to join and to raid us. Thank you.
Come on. This doesn't want to heat hot enough, and it's a 100-watt heater.
Yeah, I got the big soldering iron, the big giant cattle prod type looking thing.
Yeah, but 100-watt iron should be more than enough.
Yeah, it's just heat displacement. The minute you try to get the bed hot to get solder on it, the heat.
I know.
Just,
that's why I'm preheating it with the
it's like a giant heat sink. I resoldered on my Creality bed. Now to unsolder, I use a big iron, but when I resoldered, I used my small iron. I was able to get away with it
because it was already soldered there, so it was partly bonded already.
Yeah. Both sides were tin basically, and I just heated up and blended back into it.
Yeah. I'm getting sporadic access, so
I use quite a bit of flux, and a lot of people say don't use flux, but
I know you need to have flux to make it bond into the.
Yeah, and it worked good.
I don't like working with flux too much.
But you need to make, otherwise you don't get the bond and it doesn't flow properly.
I know, but every time I use flux, I wear a mask.
Well, I have a fan, so.
Oh, yeah. Everybody has their own method of doing it,
Yeah, you need, as long as you're not using leaded flux, leaded solder, you're fine. You're mostly okay. The leaded stuff is the stuff that will make you very sick. So.
For the first time in my life ever, my YouTube channel, I've been on YouTube for 6 or 7 years. Yeah. I've got like 300 and something videos on there. And this TIG tag video that I posted, 5 or 6 days ago, I've had over 1,000 likes. Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. I feel like a real YouTuber now. It's crazy. Yeah, I've had like 6,500 people view the video. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
So I'll be working on
now we need to we need invitations to go to talk to Jerry if you're going forward.
Yeah, I'll start working on mine tomorrow. I've got to print out those other parts. Liam, I know you said you moved the tab. I was working on that today, and I was trying to figure out how I could do that in that.
Well, no, he's done them. No, they've done them for us.
They moved the tabs?
Later. Yeah. But I'm testing it right now to see if it's moved to the right position or not.
All right, because on Discord, I had made a comment to them about the tabs, and they measured it. And last night I looked at it, and I remeasured mine on both sides. Like, no, ours are different.
I spoke to them about that. I sent them my measurements. I sent them all of this kind of stuff, and they said, okay. I showed them pictures of it.
I came up with 32 mil. I came up with 32 millimeter gap.
Yeah. Yes, and I measured it, and I showed them pictures of it measured, and they responded to say, okay. And then this morning, they sent me the updated file. Around mid-morning my time, they sent me the updated files. So I'm just going to bear out this wire. 1 second. I don't have a wire strippers, so I'm gonna. And this is silicone wire.
You're not going to use existing wire on the board.
I need to extend it, Jerry.
Oh, okay.
So I'm cutting. And I'd rather have, because I'm gonna work around the bed, and because I have to work around the bed, I'm going to extend the wire.
Okay.
And I can always trim it off later, decide the length I need, right?
Yeah, I got some heavy silicone wire bought from TH3D.
Yeah, I got some. That's what I'm using. It's 14 gauge.
Okay.
And I'd rather have too heavy a wire than too light a wire, right?
Exactly. And it looks pretty flexible too.
Sorry?
It looks pretty flexible too.
Well, yeah, silicone wire is flexible. Yeah, silicone wire is very flexible. If you don't go silicone wire, you could end up running into issues about it not being flexible
It'll
enough.
break. It flexes and it'll break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like some of the printers have. I mean, some printers have stiff as,
so
you
I'm just going
know,
to tin these wires now, so I
very
can get
stiff. Some
them
of them.
solder on them. So when I put them onto the bed, it will stick. So what everyone's else? What are you up to, Jerry? Other than you're still working? Did you do any more work in the Tic Tac?
No, just this morning I was getting ready to work on moving the tabs. I had to go do blood work at the doctor. Stopped by Arby's on the way home, and came home. Wasn't feeling too good. Laid back down. My neck hurts. My head hurts. Kind of going boom, 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 with other things going on.
You took some painkillers?
No, I took a couple of leave.
Okay.
More on the end there.
How's Betty?
Oh, she was doing good.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Tig Tag. I was going to start working on today. I'll have to start working on it tomorrow.
So I'm going to run these wires off to one side.
I'm not too keen on TikTok. TikTok.
Sorry?
I'm talking about the belt printer.
Oh, I'm talking about
Yeah.
TikTok's
Burn fingers. 20 to 1 melt a hole in the
website.
desk. Thanks for those. They're not bad odds. They're better than the 5 to 1 that you give to DeWitt Tim the other day. They're much better odds than you give him. So I'll
Not
take
build over bot. I'm not on TikTok. I've never got on TikTok yet. I don't know, man. There's just too many different sites and things going on, and there's not enough hours in the day. And that would be my only reason why I don't have a presence there. Just no time.
Mm.
Come on, heat up. I have to reheat this bed again. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to mute myself. I don't want you to blow your ears with the. Tell me if it's too loud or not.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
That's also muffled.
Oh yeah, I seen Tim's video where his little printer fell apart.
I heard.
And it kept printing and printing. And so I guess somebody PM'd him and told him he came down and shut it off. I had the same exact problem on one of my printers, on my Focus printer a while back. I replaced the nozzle. And when I replaced the nozzle and got it snug, I didn't know it, but the throat was PTFE lined. The set screw that holds the throat in place was loose. So when I cranked the nozzle up, it pushed the PTFE up out of the top, and it was barely hanging on. So when I started a print and it started doing the first layer, the whole hot end fell off on the bed and was dragging sideways. Now I'm standing here watching it, so I immediately stopped it. But it was a similar thing that happened to him, except he hadn't touched it. But his grub screw might have been loose on the throat, and that's why it fell apart, and that's why that could have happened, which could have caused a fire. You know, it got really bad. It smoked a little bit, and then you could see that the heater was cherry red, and it, under the right circumstances, that could have started the fire and burn things down. Yeah. But as far as printers go, I've ran them for the last 5 or 6 years, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Fine. There's thermal runaway. I've never had a malfunction or problem other than the one time with the Focus when I changed the nozzle, like I said, and I pulled the throat apart. So.
Yeah, I have similar problem with my Focus, but not that it fell off, but with the hot end, with the throat. I have to replace the whole hot end. I ordered some yesterday. A throat for it and some more PTFE I ordered. So hopefully I should have it next week because it comes from Germany. That's the only place where I could find it on Amazon.
Yeah, Focus are not in the UK.
Yeah, Kieran, there's no thermal runaway protection because in the video I noticed at one point it completely ripped the thermistor off and it was just dangling. The heater was laying there. So at that point it should have tripped it. But yeah, must not have been enabled.
Yeah, that printer, I told him. I says it's a POS, and he.
Yeah, he was pretty calm. I guess somebody must have PM'd him. He came down, he turned it off. He's very calm about it. I would have been screaming and yelling and cussing, even if somebody had called me. And I would have acted a little bit differently. So
it's not hot enough.
I would have been a Karen all over it.
Oh, by the way, guys, to everybody who's done the follows, like Damage Karen and Silver Sunbeam, and who subscribed. Thank you for for subscription, and Near Duno and Astro Heather and all and everybody else. Thank you guys, everybody who's followed. Thank you so much. It's really appreciated. Follows don't cost of anything, and anyone who has subscribed, even that really helps the channel out. Thank you so much. This does not want to stick, no matter what I do.
Use tape.
Can't take. Then I'll be wondering, why do I have spotty electrical connection?
You want to show you my big? You want to see my big soldering iron? I already show it to you.
I think I've seen it before, Jerry.
What I bought for that purpose.
Yeah, but this should stick, and it's not wanting to. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Finally, I think.
Hello, Marcel.
Marcel, hey, how are you?
Yeah, I used to have a lot of problems with my Creality printers and thermal runaway. You know, the bulb thermistors, I hate them. You get the wires too tight, they come loose. There's a lot of variables there, and I hate those bulb thermistors. I much prefer the cartridge where you can snug them down pretty tight. Even though it's probably got a bulb inside the little container, you can still tighten it up pretty good and hold it. You don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, I just finished one of my base plates for the dinosaur.
Nice. Oh, I was going to type in chat earlier, and I finally figured I better get on because laying in bed watching TV not feeling good ain't going to make you any better unless you get up and get motivated. So your tail, okay. Now I know how you can fix your tail. Now, if your dinosaur had a stomach, right, and it's got a broken tail, if it had a stomach and you gave it one of your Viagra's, it'd perk it right up. But since it don't have a stomach, that may not work.
I don't take
Betty
Viagra.
Boop. Hey, Betty Boop.
Hey, Betty, how are you? How's everyone else doing, by the way, guys? Everyone else who's hanging out there in chat, how are you all doing? As I said, the link is there. If you want to come in and join SPC, how are you, sir? If you want to come in and join, I just paste in the link again there. That you can come in and join the conversation if you wish to.
Yeah, come and join us.
Yeah.
About 50 or 75 of my comments on that one video were hi, nice, cool. They're all one-worders, and I went through and I gave every single one a thumbs up, but it was just odd. It's almost like a school or something watches the video, and everybody's like, reply to this guy. So he goes, nice, cool, thanks, nice, love it. You know, when's your next video? Really blew me away.
This is not getting hot enough, and it's a 100-watt heater.
Here, let me find the one that I was told to buy by Tim that I use on my beds.
Yeah, I may have to go and invest in a different one because this one should work. Because it is melting solder without issue. It just won't melt this. Oh, there we go. That's stuck. I finally got it to stay, but I need to melt it a little bit more. But you better watch about just posting that link because I'll probably get some creep joining. Okay, well, I'll vet everybody who comes in, obviously, because.
Oh no!
And Jerry's just breaking everything. Hey, Free Heathen, how are you?
Yeah, stuff's going everywhere. Okay, here's the one that I bought. It's called a Weller. It's 100 watt.
Yeah.
See how big that end is?
Yeah.
Wow, that's big.
It was in the had a bunch of tools on top of it, so I kind of dug everything out and stuff started falling on the floor. But here's the one that was recommended by Tim that I buy to work on beds with. So
now, I don't often work on beds, but still.
So far, I didn't need to do that. I only have to replace a few belts and
Yeah, you do a lot of preheating. You do a lot of preheating with these for it to stick. And it's very short-lived. Doing the wire is easy, though.
that'll be the first thing I work on tomorrow. I'll work on the bed because I'll have to videotape little segments because I can't time lapse me soldering because you can't tell what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then I'll just put all the different segments together.
Which means Jerry has to clean up his hobby room. Just
Yeah,
do the old front way.
it's cleaned up, but
I'm
it's
actually
not
considering
organized.
getting a blowtorch. Yeah.
How's your alien coming along, Jerry?
The alien's done. He just has to have a little more sanding on him and painted, but he's good to go. The mask isn't done. It's like the story of my life. I do things and I don't finish them. But it looks pretty cool sitting behind me. It's in all my videos flipping everybody off.
He's pointing upwards. He's not flipping people off.
Yeah, he's pointing upwards. He's pointing to the sky. So, anyway.
So, okay, the wires are done. I'll do the thermistor wires in a while. Let's get this nice and hot, and then we'll try and get this to stick to the bed.
Free Heathen, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, Freezing.
Yes, smoke. No flames, just smoke from a soldering iron. Don't worry, there's nothing on fire.
Yeah, if anybody's talking to me and I missed your comments, I apologize. Well, I don't apologize, but I just missed them. So, anyway.
Yeah, me too.
I hate when people get online. I hate when people get online and constantly start apologizing for everything they're doing. It is what it is, and y'all, you're all my friends, and
Have you seen the movie the Giver?
Not sure.
No.
Is it new?
Okay.
No.
I like your hot. How do we get 1 watt?
And if you're in Canada, sorry.
So, how do I get one, Free Heathen? What are you referring to?
Germany, Entschuldigung.
Let's excuse me.
Entschuldigung, yeah. Means I'm sorry in German.
It also means excuse me, though, doesn't it?
Tut mir leid.
Toot your what?
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt. I know what you mean. My German is very poor. It's been a long time since I lived in Germany, so my German is very, very poor. Hey, Martin, how are you?
My hat. I think this came off of my website over on YouTube for Teespring. Yeah, I think Teespring made this one. Yeah, I got a couple of them I have made like this. I have a link here on my Twitch channel. There's a link to the store built into Twitch, but I'm not sure if there's hats on there or not. But there is some T-shirts things I made up on my Twitch channel.
Oh, talking about T-shirts, I actually don't wear it right now, but I got a Honey Badger T-shirt the other week.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I got 2 XL.
Yeah, James gave me a shout out the other day on his stream.
Free Heathen, PM me or message me on Facebook, whichever your address. I'll mail you one of my stickers. I sell them on my Etsy store, but I'll send you one. Just send me your address.
Okay.
I still got a bunch of them left.
That's okay. So I'm going to cut the wire the length I want. I'm going to give it lots of slack because I can always trim it off later. And that's the hotbed done. I don't need a 14 gauge wire anymore. Oh, by the way, I'm still testing. I'm printing that bed, Jerry, that power supply holder, but it is wide enough now to hold a power supply, by the way.
Okay. All right. Now, these are 4 files they just reposted right here. I'm looking on Discord.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, probably. I haven't checked, but he sent them directly.
Oh, yeah, he says Liam and Jerry. It's an update for them to 3. Yeah. Okay, here it is.
So, but I have, the width is right. I want to check the tab distance. So, let's see what else is going on.
Here's what you can do, Liam. What I did this morning is I dropped a new file and an old file in my slicer, put them side by side, and I could see if they were different or not.
Well, I want to fit them to make sure the measurement is correct. So this is a lighter silicone wire.
And one of them is a controller screen for the touch screen. Or not the touch screen, but...
Oh, is it? I haven't printed that one yet.
I just clicked on one of the files that dropped it straight in my slicer.
So this is shorter wire. This is going to be used for the thermistor, the extended thermistor. Hey, Ralph, how are you?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. So this is the thermistor. For those of you who do not know what the thermistor, On a 3D printer, the thermistor is actually what senses the temperature of the bed by using resistance on across the wire. And it's a little bulb thermistor that comes in the bed. And this is the one that came on the original Ender 3. And I'm just reusing it. So I'm going to do these, and then I'm going to heat shrink them together for the extension of the cables. So let's get a bit of solder on each of them to pre-prep them, to silver them, and then afterwards I will put them together. So just put one there out of the way. Preheat this. Actually, I didn't wind that up, so let me twist this. And so I'm putting on separate strands afterwards. I can put the heat shrink over afterwards and then solder the heat shrink or heat the shrink. Hey, Sergio, how are you? Oh, you're in the green room. I'm sorry, Sergio.
Hello, Sergio.
I've been
Hey,
looking at
Sergio.
my workspace. I'm sorry. Hey, Sergio, how are you?
All righty. I've been all week. I've had very limited internet,
Why?
and it's. I'll tell you the story in a minute. I'm tethered right now to my phone. My computer's tethered because. So as of Sunday, I've had very limited internet. A lot of my devices would connect. Everything is connected to the modem. However, traffic is being blocked.
It's
So-
Russia.
Huh?
It's Russia.
huh? So, and my Raspberry Pis are connected, yet they cannot get any internet.
Oh,
Wow.
Neither can my Alexa. I've had the technician here 3 times, and I tried to explain to him what's happening. He says, "Oh no, there's a problem with your Ethernet." I said, "No, there is no problem with my Ethernet cables. Nothing. Everything is connecting to the modem. Yet,
what is PAYE?
so anyway, so finally today, they got somebody on the phone with some knowledge, and I went through the whole thing with him. And the guy finally gave up. He said, "You know what?" He said, "In 7 years, I have been doing this. I have not come across your problem. Everything checks out on our end, yet I see what's happening. You are being blocked." So they're escalating the case. So we'll see what happens. But
Hey, print on. Oh,
There's
print on.
no-
So did you turn it on and off again?
Yeah,
What's
did
that?
you turn?
That's the IT crowd show. Have you seen that?
The one on the right is the old one. The one on the left is the new one I just downloaded, which the tab has been moved down, hopefully 32 millimeters, which looks like it's about right.
Yeah, but I will test. I have a printing right now. I'll be stopping the print. I won't run the whole duration
Yeah.
just to see how it works out, and then because I'm doing it in an old silk filament that I had lying there, and I will then change over to my black filament and I'll print it properly in the black. But he did it for both cases for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's got a different, like I say, it's for the screen to put in.
Now it's weird that that their printer did not have that setting. The distance were completely different.
I don't know why. Like I said, I have a standard original Pro, and I got the original Ender 3, and they measure the same on both sides, and they weren't nowhere near what they had. It's all 40/40 extrusion. So,
by the way, I think there's a question directed to me. I'm not sure, but yes, all the printers, everything was recycled. Told it to forget the networks, reconnected, cleared cache, went through all the settings, the whole kit and caboodle. Yet
Wow, that's weird.
the problem is on their end. They finally realized that the problem is on their end. Everything.
Yeah, I've seen that happen even before, and it is a weird effect. I can't remember what it was, but I've seen something similar to that happening before on someone's internet.
Is that right?
Yeah, and it was actually what they got the, if I remember correctly, actually what was happening, they got the settings wrong, and what they were doing is they were blocking the port for that machine. for
Yeah.
that network.
That's exactly what's happening here. So some items can connect and make it through, but then some websites I can't reach them.
Yeah. Oh, some connect, some don't.
Yes. No,
You
they all connect. They all connect to the modem. Some and each day it's progressing. It's getting worse. As each day goes by, the problem gets worse.
Wow.
So as yesterday, I was able to get on Twitch. Last night, I could not get on Twitch. I had when I went on when you and Llama were on,
Yeah.
I was on my iPhone, and Llama said, "Come." You said, "Come on in," and I ran to my laptop. I was going to try and get in. I could not get in. And Twitch
That
wouldn't
is
come up,
weird.
period. So yeah, it's a weird problem, and they even replaced the modem today.
Wow.
Yes, it's not the modem. No,
No,
they have
the
filtering
modem
on
was
their side.
bad, and I'll tell you why the modem was bad, because they could not get my phone lines, the hard lines up.
Oh,
So when he replaced the modem, the hard line came up, but the same internet problem still was there.
oh, I think I know what it is.
Huh.
It's
Tell me.
all those questionable websites you go to. They've
Yeah,
actually
maybe
put something
that's
in
it. Actually, they told me that they don't restrict the websites that you go.
No, they don't. No, but they
No,
do
the
have the ability.
FBI just comes banging on the door if you go to the wrong one.
There you go.
They
That's
do
what.
have the ability to filter, though, Sergio.
Huh?
They do have the ability to filter. And my
They
guess
do.
is they have you on a port and that is
They do.
going to the wrong place.
But the guy, the technician who was there was a guy who was, a lot smarter than all the previous people that I talked to. And
If you can count to 5, he beats about 80% of the help desk.
well, let me tell you something. So every Comcast modem I ever had,
Yeah.
the IPs usually start at 10.0.0.1 for the modem, and then all the rest of the IPs follow in suit, right?
All right.
Here's what's strange. This is the first time on a Comcast modem that my IPs are 192.168.10.
Okay. Okay. 192.168.
It's
IP
what I've been
ranges
forever. That's what I've.
are very common.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. But before, yes, I used to get all those IP addresses. But when I went to Comcast, it was always a 10.0.0. Whatever. But okay.
Yeah.
You
No. Like
let them fix it.
I mix them up at my house. I run my own 10 Class C address inside my house. Is what I do, which is a 10 dot. Hey Duff, and then I run. Even though they try and use 192, I completely change it because I have my own firewalls and everything for my own home. And then they, like when they're when I get the guys from the cable company to come out to my house, yeah, they just get out. They just kind of say, "Here's a new box," and they step out of my way because they don't try and do stuff on my set network because they know they're going to get lost. It's common. It happens a lot actually with me. Those guys just leave me alone. I say, "Look, this is what I've set up. Do you know anything about it?" And he goes, "Not really." I'll say, "Okay, then how about let me do the networking stuff. You just get it operational, and then when that's done, I'll do the networking." And they say, "Yeah, sounds good," and they step out of my way. Okay, so I have these soldered in place. I have the heat shrink over them, so I'm going to blast it with the heat shrink. With a hot gun, excuse the noise, on low.
You know how I knew my problem had started? Because I started working on the mosaic palette. So I went to set up the Raspberry Pi,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't, it connected, but I couldn't download and nothing to the Raspberry Pi. So I was stuck. I couldn't update the files on their what do they call it? Their hub.
Yeah, but and did you install a Pi hole?
A Pi?
Pi hole. Do you know what Pi hole is?
No.
A Pi hole is a Raspberry Pi that acts as a router, and or it's a DNS service, is what it really is.
Oh, okay.
And what it does is it blocks access to all of the advertising online. So you get about 95% of them is what it does.
Let's talk about the movie American Pie for a minute. It said pie.
Yeah, no. And what it does is when you try to go out to Pi-hole, it looks up the DNS of the machine, and if that machine's name is listed in their database, it stops the traffic. So when you are browsing the web, you'll see all these empty boxes because it's not feeding you the
I got you. The
advertising anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cute.
So we have our thermistor wires ready to go. Heat shrunk, soldered, and then the other end is what I'll be using to extend it. And I have the bed done, so I'm going to bring the bed back because I want to attach my thermistor wires to the bed. No hot gun needed for this. So thermistor wires needs to be attached to the center of the bed here, right? And I'm going to use Captain tape. And if you don't have Captain tape, you should always get Captain tape if you do anything with electronics, especially 3D printing, because we want heat resistance. So get some Captain tape. I use a small tape. You can get it thicker as well, but I happen to have this one lying around. If you ever have to replace a heater cartridge or a thermistor wire or anything like that in your printer, you want to have Captain tape on hand.
I ordered a roll of 2-inch that came today. All I had was that real narrow 1/4 inch.
The narrow is fine.
Well, it'll take forever to put it down, so I got the wider stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to put the thermistor in the center of the bed.
It.
Roughly in the center of the bed, I'm going to tape it across the bed to hold it down. And I'm going to run a bit of Captain tape down its length to stop it from moving.
Well, Bill Overbot, in answer to your question, I'm letting Comcast dish out the IPs right now. It is their latest modem. I did have my own modem up until Sunday when the problem started, and we thought it might be my modem, which is an Aris, and we switched it. We switched it back to the Comcast modem.
Oh, wait a minute. Question. Talking about that, what is the IP address on your computers? 192?
Right now, the IP is dishing out a 192.168.
No, it's not. It's your laptop is giving you a 192.168. The modem's DHCP may not be turned on.
No, we went through all that.
You went through all that?
Yeah. Yep. We went through every possible setting.
Okay.
I was on the computer / modem / everything with them since noon today up until about 3:30. Going over everything.
Okay. The reason why I'm saying that is by default, Windows gives you a 192.168 IP address.
Yeah, I understand that, but the modem is actually dishing out those IP addresses.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, so I'm taping on a pad around the thermistor because you want to make sure the thermistor is reading the bed temperature, not the ambient air temperature.
Is that Kapton tape? Yeah.
Kapton tape. There's a pad here, and the thermistor's underneath that, and then this is going to hold the thermistor in place, or the pad in place, because that way then it stops the ambient air affecting the thermistor.
Okay, but what is it made out of?
Oh, this Kapton tape, of course, yeah.
No, the pad.
It's on the front, but it came with the Ender 3. It's the original of the Ender 3.
Okay. Oh, look at this big Kapton tape.
Pretty.
Yeah, Jerry worries about size mattering, so.
Oh.
Yep, I used to have a couple big old 4-wheel drives jacked up with big ass tires on them. Biggest tires I ever had on a truck were 44 inch.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, just tape that on. Yeah, with Jerry, with the wide tape that Jerry has, this would be in two strips. But I just want to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And then we should have the bed ready to be installed permanently on the printer.
Liam, do you have a second camera filming what you're doing close up for your video?
No,
Oh,
no, it's fine. I already said I was going. I already installed the bed in the previous video. I
Yeah,
took it out to do this.
you can just explain it. Tell them that
So I can explain it. Yeah. Just make sure that's well on there, well and sealed down, and then we're good to go.
Like I mentioned last week, when you went live, I was still working on my video. So I had my DSLR filming me, and I was still talking to chat. And since I played music and time-lapsed it, I just zoomed in on my DSLR so you couldn't see me doing this with my hands talking to my screen over here.
Yeah. So, bed is installed, the hotbed, and thermistor is ready to go.
Show us a close-up
Of the
of what you're holding.
thermistor wire is here, and it's held on so it doesn't. The reason why you have the pad over it is because you don't want ambient air temperature affecting the thermistor readings.
You got it upside down.
Captain tape holds it on.
You've got it upside down.
What upside down?
The whole thing, you got to take it apart and redo it.
Nope. Nice try. Nope. Not happening. Not today.
Put it on
So
the
then
left
I
side.
just route the wires out to the side and run them off to bed, and then we should be good to go.
Here's what I'm getting ready to print right now as we speak.
Let me share. Yeah, well, I'm going to stop that print right now. I'm going to test the fit because I printed the first about 20 or 30 layers of that to see if it fits correctly.
Yeah, and yes, guys, it's Simplified 3D. Simplified is my go-to. Said it's going to take 15 hours.
Mine says 17.
My layers are 644, 5% infill on the case.
I went higher infill on that because it's going to hold the weight of the
My layers are heavy.
power supply.
My layers are 6 top, 4 bottom, 4 perimeter. Anyway.
Yeah, let me turn this off. The printer's just down here.
Solon just came live. Solon is not on for a while.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, I have to wait for that to cool down. I just killed the job and I'm waiting for it to cool down. So when it cools off, I will let's see. What's that, Jerry?
No, you're waiting for it to cool down. I go, oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so I'm waiting for when bed cools down, I'll take it out and I'll test it. So I was not
1221. Yeah, you're correct. A lot of those people have no idea what they're doing, and of course, when you call in for technical support, all they're doing is reading a script.
Yeah.
To check a few things.
I agree. Yeah, a lot of them are script readers, and that's the same for most technical support. Because level 1, they ask a handful of questions. Some are technical minded, some are not. And in level 2, where you get escalated to level 2, that's where you get real support that understand stuff. And then after that, you go to backline, and backline are the tech savvy people in most cases. In my company, they're tiered in that like that. So our backline guys are the guys who work directly with engineering. So they're not engineering who write the software, but they know enough to look through code that they figure out what's going on. So what else is going on, guys? What else are you working on? What are you working on, Sergio, other than getting your internet working?
What am I working on?
Yeah.
today, all day was on my internet.
But
Your
other
hair
than
grew
that,
back awful fast, buddy.
Actually, I went to the passport office. I had an 11:30 appointment. Not the passport, but I mean, not the office, the post office to get my passport. I couldn't believe my passport. I paid $220 for the passport, and then $30 for the post office fee, plus $15 to get pictures done. But but that's expedited.
ah,
But I
okay,
also got the ID card. I also requested the ID card. So that was an extra $30. That's why it was 220.
yeah. Well, I have to get mine. I have to go through an application form via to Ireland, and it takes about 6 to 8 weeks for me to get my passport renewed.
Yeah, that I had to get mine just to get it as an ID. I don't plan on traveling anywhere. But
Yeah.
my wife is traveling in August, and since she's still a resident, she had to get her she had to register our marriage, which is a new thing in her country, in order for her to get her passport.
Okay.
But in order for her to get her passport, for us to register the marriage, I have to have an updated passport. We went to the embassy 2 times. We've been there, and they couldn't get it right the first time. Then the
Different
second
story each
time, oh, you
time.
got to get your passport. And I'm like, why? I said, I have my birth certificate, I have my ID, my driver's license. I said, suppose I'm one of those people who never travels, is afraid to get on a plane, and I'm never going to get on a plane. What the hell do I need a passport for?
That's crazy. It is, yeah. That's craziness.
Yeah.
But yeah, like for me, like in the US, it's easy for a spouse to get a passport. In Ireland, you have to live in country, since I've been married, we've never lived in Ireland, so my wife can't have an Irish passport. We need to
Mm,
live in Ireland for 2 years before she can even consider applying for a
wow.
citizenship. So, and since we don't live there, that probably will never ever happen.
Can't even go back, huh?
Well, no, we can go back. It's fine, but every time we
Oh,
go back, she has to apply for a visa,
gotcha.
so, which they automatically give. But you have to do it like in advance. You can't do like, oh, something happened. I have to go back tomorrow. It's a
Hi.
different story. Like you can't do that. Um, but other than that, like it's not. It's just a hassle more than anything else. Is all it is. But
There's the key to everybody. Say hi to
puppies.
all the people.
Yeah.
Put
And
some
by
on
the
the
way, if
table.
you haven't already hit the follow button, please do so. Follows do not cost you a penny. And if you would like to subscribe, and if you're an Amazon Prime member, especially, if you are not an Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe. It costs you a little bit of money. If you're not an Amazon subscriber or Amazon Prime or are an Amazon Prime member, you can do it through your Amazon Prime membership,
In a
and you
minute.
can get a free subscription to a channel. You have to renew it every month, but you can get it for free. So consider that if you want to help support the channel. So, have you been doing any playing with the laser, Sergio?
I have not had a chance. I wish I did. I just haven't had the time. Something always comes up. Something. Look at today. Today would have been a nice day because I stayed home to do the passport thing, and I could have had the whole afternoon to actually what I planned on doing was working on the pallet first. I want to get the
Oh,
pallet
okay.
running.
You got the P3 Pro, the Palette 3 Pro, right?
Huh?
You got the Pro version of the Palette 3.
I got the Palette 2 Pro S.
Oh, the 2 Pro S. Okay, I thought it was the 3 you got.
Yeah, 4 colors. No, that new 8 color. That's interesting, but
Yeah, Bear has that. SI Bear.
uh-huh.
He has the new one, the 8 color one,
Wow.
the Pro version. Yeah.
That's that if it works right, Should be an amazing machine. 8 colors. Woo.
Yeah.
That new Atom Stack P9 that I've been testing, that thing has some power. It said it's only 5 to 5.7 watt, but I done my test card from the LA Hobby Guy without changing any of the settings. When he gave me the file, or you can get it for free, I went to the ComGrow, it cut it out and printed perfect. On the focus, it burned it real bad, and the laser was putting out way too much power. But on this one, it cut almost every single thing out of it. I cut some film. I had some 15 millimeter soft plywood, and it cut almost all the way through it.
Wow.
I'll measure. I say I got about 14 millimeters. But this thing is a different type of technology with this. Their diode laser. There's something with it. But yeah, it's got some power.
I'd like to learn more about what they're doing.
Watch my video. It's a cantilever design.
Worry.
It's a 25-minute video, but it's a cantilever design. And yeah, it's done great.
I always watch your videos, Jerry. I always watch your videos. So
I haven't seen that one yet, but I will. I'll be right back.
Right.
So let's get the printer back up here. Oh. So this will become the bell printer. And let's see if this is ready to come off the bed.
Can I share 2 of my videos on stream?
You can share whatever you want, Jerry.
Okay, thought I'd ask. It's your channel.
Of course, you're always welcome to share. Who was that? Oh, that's John. Hey, John. John the machinist.
What's going on, John?
What's up?
John, how are you?
Pretty good.
Hey, John.
Let me see if this is the right spatula I need.
You know, John, if you turn that sideways, you go full screen.
Yeah.
You tell me that every time, and I always forget about it.
I know. It's okay.
Next time we charge you for it.
Next time we charge him double.
Yeah, triple. Because there's 3 people in here. Or 4 people, so yeah.
Yeah, Liam, I tried to is Liam
I'm here.
He's hiding.
I talked to my boss about seeing if he wanted to do that easy ABL probe for his Chiron, and he doesn't want to.
Okay.
So I don't know. And what's also great is any cubic is sold out of those probes.
Which one?
The second video here, I'm up to 7,500 views in like 5 days. That's crazy. It's on the Tig Tag belt printer. And the first video is Atom Stack.
It's kind of like this. It's a really weird probe.
Nice. Is that the one that you put on the hot end's magnetic, and once you probe the bed, like on my Delta, you take it off?
Yes.
Okay.
But this one's broken. It doesn't trigger. The spring in it is either shot or something. Yeah.
It's made in China.
Yeah.
And that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, and there's one on eBay, there's one on AliExpress, and there's one somewhere else, but I don't know which one to order because I don't like ordering from eBay. I've never ordered from AliExpress.
eBay's fine. One thing about eBay,
I'm just worried about it being broken. Like ordering one from eBay.
Then order more than one. There can't be but a couple bucks a piece, right?
No, they're. Let's see.
5 quid. 5-6 quid, I think.
No, they're more than that, I think.
A lot of companies sell on eBay.
I mean, if you want, I know somebody at Any Cubic. I have a talk with that person and send me a friend request on Facebook, John.
Matt German? Okay.
Yeah. And
I would really appreciate that.
I'll link
Jerry?
to that person.
Yeah.
It's a perfect fit.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
it's
printing
right
it now.
against the frame.
Because I'm
Yeah,
also...
they've got 2 covers this time instead of 1 cover.
Yeah, you
So
don't need to cover for the power supply because if you do that, all you're going to do is
restrict there. Yeah.
I mean, but it's a very snug fit.
I'm going to print them out of PLA Plus white, and I'll just paint them if I need
How's
to.
the belt printer coming along?
It's coming.
Has it been? Have you had any struggles or hiccups yet?
Well, there's one, but we kind of have the solution for it here right now. There was a problem with there's two parts that go in underneath that hold the power supply and so on. They
Right.
weren't fitting, but
Oh,
they've
okay.
modified the design based on me badgering them.
Nice.
And by the way, Jerry, the width of the power
Jerry's
supply,
been badgering him too. We both have been badgering him.
and the width of the power supply is perfect for this too.
Okay, good.
So, and length. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I commented in my video about the problems and on Discord and on Facebook, and Liam's done the same.
It's
Wow.
good though. It's a good fit for everything, Jerry.
All right.
I haven't
Yeah,
put-
John, one of those two links I just posted was for what Liam has already built. I did it in a time lapse, and I just posted a link to the video.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
If you go to my
Wait, so is
YouTube-
yours finished, Jerry?
No, I'm behind Liam.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I took mine apart today.
Jerry, did you print your parts or did they send them to you?
Hey,
didn't
John.
I printed them.
they? Hello.
They sent me all the metal, the aluminum, the belt, just like Liam, and I printed all his puke green parts. I printed in blue.
Okay, so there are some aluminum parts.
Yes, the machine
there
part.
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of 7 pieces of aluminum extrusion, and there's a few other additional parts as well.
Oh, aluminum extrusion. Okay.
Yeah, there's extrusion and there's other parts to mount the belt on.
Okay, so like a couple brackets or something.
Some
What?
brackets, some adjustment levels for level adjustments and so on.
Hey, John,
Yeah.
the video that I posted in chat, if you watch the first couple minutes, you'll see every single part we're talking about, and you won't have to wonder, because that's the beginning of my video.
All right.
So I attached the
And
X
while you're
axis,
there,
Jerry,
give me a thumbs up.
or the Y axis, Jerry. I attached the Y axis too.
All right.
So I'll just turn it sideways. This is the Y axis here.
Did you put it in the? Okay.
What, John?
Never mind. Sorry.
I know you're saying, Liam, that it's probably not going to be coming out so good or not going to work to do a lithophane on a belt printer, but I have an idea
Be careful.
of how to make a lithophane on a belt printer.
But you'd have to have a belt printer to test your theory.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking to somebody already who have a belt printer, but he knows nothing about lithophanes. So I'm hoping that we get together and I send him a few files and I tell him what to do.
You know what we all need to make? We need to make a DIY metal 3D printer.
That's a laser. That's a SLS. That's laser sintering. That is selective laser sintering.
sintering. Okay.
Selective laser sintering. SYNTHERING.
I watch Titans of CNC, their YouTube channel. They've got a like a True Print 2000 or something. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, basically what it uses is metal powder, and they
it's that powder and
bed. They sprout a layer of metal powder, laser it into the areas they want to melt. They pour another layer of powder and do it again, and they keep doing that.
So the laser is what's melting that powder?
The laser is high-end laser that actually melts the powder and fuses it into solid metal.
God, I wonder how hot that laser is.
It's not I'm not sure what type of laser they're using, but they do.
Yeah, Ben's being a smart ass in chat. Liam always watches Jerry's videos. Jerry has taught Liam everything he knows. No, Liam is ahead of me on this project, and I pick up things from Liam, and I look at Ben Brady, and I look at the schematics, but if Liam is already ahead of me on how he did it, and I happen to remember, because sometimes I remember things, then when I do my video, I know how to put it together.
Yeah. Look,
wow.
Hey, Bill Bot, I thought about the same thing as using a MIG welder.
You
You
probably
could if you do everything right and set it right.
actually. That's
Use
how
it.
SpaceX do it. When SpaceX use the laser
Yeah.
to 3D printing, they use the equivalent of like a MIG welder, I think, is what they use. But they
You
actually
think?
deposit
Oh,
the material and print as they climb when they do engine bells and so on. That's how they do it.
So I looked it up, and it says the direct metal laser sintering laser reaches a temperature of about 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's
That sounds about
insane.
right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because
Wow.
depending on
That's
the metal
pretty
you're
toasty.
yeah, but it depends on the metal you're doing as well, and you want to melt it instantly, and then and as soon as the laser moves off, you want it instantly cool as well. So
Right. Well, next week I start my next CNC machining class. We're gonna get
okay.
into high-speed machining, more 5-axis stuff, work with Fanic robots, and start using more expensive carbide end mills, like
Oh,
some
nice.
Harveys and stuff like that.
That sounds like a
I
fun
was,
project.
I was
Oh
watching
yeah.
a one video the other day, John. This lady has a 150 CNC, and the bit she was using has a blade in the bit. And when she was carving her project, the bit blew apart in little shards, and it went flying to the back
Uh,
of her garage. But
She was going too
like my
fast.
like my point, well, I don't know what the exact reason was, but like my point was, always wear your protective equipment because
oh yeah.
it could have cut her
And
throat, could have put out her eye. There could have been a
well,
person standing over there. I mean,
that's why
always,
I like what you've done with your CNC is you've actually put it in an enclosure that you've built. That's a really smart and safe move.
yeah, for sound, keep the dust down, and
Yeah,
for
that
debris.
too, and yeah. But I mean, yeah, if an
Okay,
end mill were to break and you don't know what you're doing, how to get the speeds and feeds right, yeah, it can get really dangerous.
Yeah.
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 So Jerry, just one more
Safety
thing. 'Cause you're
first.
Guys, I
getting-
gotta go. I'll see
Okay,
you all.
Sergio,
Take care,
See you,
Sergio.
Sergio.
Take
Bye.
care.
Have a nice day.
have a good one. So
Hold on.
Jerry, just you know, the part that came with it, which is included to 3D print this bracket for mounting a
Yes,
stepper motor, I reused that for my extruder. But the reason why is this has some vertical height on it, and
yeah.
this belt would not mace because of the vertical height. It was too short. So I'll send you the files for this, but I made up with this bracket, and
Okay.
I 3D printed it, and that way then I can move the stepper motor down to sit on the extrusion.
All right.
The stepper motor
I've
for this
I've
axis. The Y
printed
axis.
Hold on, Llama.
Well,
Yeah, send
um,
it to me while we're on the stream. And the reason I called you Llama is because a lot of times we're talking, Llama just starts rambling on. Go ahead. Yeah, send it to me while we're on the stream, and I'll start printing it. Go ahead, John.
I think it's on the computer. Let me check. If it's not, it's on a different machine.
I've
Let me have a quick
3D
look.
printed some more parts for my MPCNC out of stronger material. I printed this one on the Mark Forged at the college. Turned out
Yep.
really nice.
When you're in school, you get to use all the filament and everything for free, right?
Oh yeah.
Cool. You should do something life size.
No, not completely for free. My instructor does have me like 3D model some stuff for him and
Okay.
other stuff that are all clean, you know. But yeah, turned out pretty good.
All right, Jerry, I need to
Mm.
download it. I made it on Tinkercad, and I need to download
This
it.
is one out of the recycled filament.
All right.
This one I printed out of Pet G. I got quite a few more of them.
Hey, Matt, wear sunglasses. That way when you fall asleep, we won't know it.
No, I'm not falling asleep. My eyes are hurting. I'm not feeling well either today. So
Yeah.
Let's see if this is the right one.
yeah, I'm thinking about to pop off for a second just to get away from the TV. You know, for a little bit.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, if your guy at any cubic could get me a probe, that'd be sweet.
A probe, okay. Yeah, I hook you up to that person. She's right now in
And
lockdown.
Since they're in
but,
COVID lockdown, you'll probably get an answer in a few weeks.
Well, yeah, they're probably answering
Any
emails, but
cubic is in lockdown?
everybody
Yeah.
in Shenzhen is
Shenzhen.
locked down.
Yeah, the COVID crap again over in Shenzhen.
Oh, jeez. Huh. That sucks.
So, okay. Then you go to Facebook, and I'll send it to you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Alrighty, well, I gotta get back to doing some schoolwork and stuff.
Yeah.
Good luck
that's
on
important.
good luck on your belt printer, Liam.
Well, I'm going to reassemble. Like I've done the hotbed now, so I'm going to reassemble. And I have some 3D printing to do now. I have 2 pieces I have to print now, or 3 pieces I have to print.
Wow.
So because
can't
they make
find-
some modifications.
I can't find you now, John, on my friends list. Send me a message.
It says we're friends. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Where you're not on live. Oh, Kieran could be in the office. That's my guess.
That's odd.
But you don't have to guess. He's in chat and he can
Oh, I
answer.
bet
Yeah.
it's probably because I have my discovered, like my active status sets off.
Alright.
Okay, so I'll just find you there, Jerry, and I'll send it to you.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, John.
Yep. Have
Take
a good
care.
day, guys.
All right,
See you on
take care.
Saturday. Bye.
Be safe.
So, guys, if you want to come in and join, here is the link. I'll just put out there in chat if you want to come and join. Make sure that you set the volume really low on your Twitch before you come in and join. And obviously, if you want to join, just behave yourselves, right? So we try and keep it family friendly. So let's try and keep it that way. Let me see if I got that here.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I see on Twitch isn't family friendly, but yeah,
Well, we try and do it because
you just gotta be careful.
yeah, various people watch the stream, people of all ages, and I don't want to exclude anybody. Let's see if that attaches. It doesn't seem to like the STL file, Jerry. Let me just email it to you after the stream, okay?
All right.
When we wind up, just let me know, and I'll email it to you.
Or Dropbox, whatever.
Yeah. So, anybody else want to come in and join the conversation? You are welcome to do so. It is only 8:15 in the evening here, so
Grab the dogs a bone. What guys want a bone?
say that again, Jerry.
Never mind.
So, we normally stay on till at least for about 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours.
How many?
Let's see what time. It's now 8.
2.
So we'll stay around till at least 9 o'clock, and maybe a bit later if there's a good conversation. If people do not want to engage, that's okay too. You don't have to. We can always wrap it up early. But the whole idea behind this is for makers like ourselves to come in and talk about what we're doing, talk about printers, ask each other questions. If you have problems with your printer, you can ask, and we'll try and help you as well. We have done plenty of that also. So you are welcome to come in and ask
Hey,
questions.
Karen.
How's it going?
Oh,
Hey,
he's
Hey,
Jerry,
in
Billy
his
Boo, your
neighborhood.
boyfriend's on.
I had to come in to stop the abuse and build over bot because he wants him to look good for his wife, so that's why I like to see my face because it makes him look good. He was saying, and actually, I
Did you hear
believe
what Jerry
him.
just shouted? Did you hear what Jerry just shouted? Kieran,
What was that?
did you hear what Jerry shouted when you joined?
I did hear that. I refuse to say anything just in case. That's alright. He can't get to. It doesn't know my address, so I'm okay.
I can send it to her.
There is that.
Yeah, instead of routing her to Florida in June, she'll send her to Australia.
Yeah. Sure, Jerry wouldn't mind doing that. No. Yeah.
So, what are you working on, Kieran?
I just fired up a 30-hour print behind me. See if that works or not.
Nice.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
lock
see.
string, is it? Hey, Stephen.
Oddly enough, yes. He's one. It's a new bowl. He's dropped a nice hexagonal pattern bowl. It's a big bowl. It's about was it 180 mils across. So it's quite a for him. It's a big bowl. So
Oh,
supposed to go.
sweet.
I mean, I did the other one. He dropped four new designs this week.
It'll be a good scene for it. Let's see.
So this is one of the ones he dropped.
Nice.
Oh,
So-
nice.
Really nice.
Better to work. Magnets are involved. So magnets
Nice.
to retain it. So
Nice work.
yeah,
Sweet.
it came out really nice. Yeah, it came out really nice. His stuff just comes out, eh?
Yeah, he does some really good stuff. I have to say, I'm not a subscriber. I'm not a member of his Patreon, but he does some really
No,
good
but the nice thing is you don't have to be. All his models he drops on My Mini Factory. So you can buy them if you just want one or two of them.
Yeah, a couple bucks here and there. Yeah, they're reasonable.
Yep, which is fine. So this gives you an idea if you like them. His print and play stuff's amazing. Also, he's one of the few. There are a few, but one of the few Patreon that basically subscribe at the lowest tier. Everything's available. There is no restrictions. So, unlike subscribe for 3 months or just get last month's or whatever, he has no restrictions on that. He doesn't believe in that. So, which is fine. And unfortunately, my wife likes this stuff. So in my case, it's cheaper to be a Patreon than just to buy them one at a time.
Yeah.
Not that they're expensive. I mean, this one hasn't dropped on the my manufacturer yet. So it'll turn up this week sometime. Most of his models are only like $5-6, $5. One of the best ones I like was his train set. I made that for my grandnephew, and that was a brilliant little model. This one here. Let's just do this.
Do a screen share.
There we go. This will work.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Oh, nice.
And that's all together. That's about 2.5 feet long. I mean,
Hey,
it's a
Brett, how are you?
big model. So
Hey,
wheels
Brett.
move.
Come in. I can
It's
pay the
great.
link to it. I'm sorry, Kieran. I was inviting Brett in as well.
No, that's fine. That's not a problem. Yeah, that's fine.
What's Matt printing? Matt's always printing lithophanes, or I think he's working on a dinosaur right now.
What? Matt's printing
That's
a
fine.
dinosaur?
Yeah, he's not printing. Yeah, he's printing something
Wow.
other than the lithophane. Yeah.
Oh, T-Rex. That's okay. We'll allow him. We'll allow a T-Rex. T-Rexes are allowed.
Matt, you should print a hand that looks like this with a big stand on the bottom. Then when you put on your glasses, you can put your head in that stand and just watch like this on screen. When you fall asleep, nobody will know.
That's what Jerry
Yeah,
does
the
with
big
the
kind of
dinner
hand.
tables on the Betty Boop.
It's just
Yeah.
the whiteness of my TV. I have to do something with the whiteness of my TV because it's very bright and it's hurting my eyes. So.
She loves dinosaurs so much, she named her son Rex. Cool.
Yeah. Trying to trade
Poor Rex.
you out for Brett. Did
I hear
you-
ankle
Hey,
biters.
mate, Roadkill's a better trade-off than me, let alone Brett. So
Remember, you said that. You said that. Nobody else.
I have
Remember
no
that.
problem. I'll admit to it. I mean, but then again, we also remember we know you have no standards. So if I'm in here,
I don't. I
things
let
are going
you in
downhill,
here. Yeah, I
That's
have
it,
absolutely
so-
no standards. Yeah,
So
I
if
have
Brett
to
comes
admit
in,
that.
she'll raise the tone of the entire stream for you. No problem at all.
Yeah, when Rich joins, she elevates
Yeah.
the
But then also, like I was saying, Roadkill will do that as well. In my case, so
you got to do some work. Okay. No, we always give each other a hard time. That's what we're like, us, Britt.
yeah, no one takes it seriously. That's the whole thing. It's all part of the fun.
Yeah. Well, we know each other. We've been on stream, we're hanging out with each other for a long time. So we all of us here know each other for a long time. So it's all in good fun.
Yeah, Britt needs one of these for it's a nice sort of thing. This sort of color, lock up all the nasty things. One of these little boxes would be good.
So other than magnets, is there any way to lock the lid in place?
It slides. So it's the slides. I'll get picture it again. So Where is it? There we go. So actually, once it's engaged, you don't even need the magnets. It's keyed, so it doesn't need the magnets. You have to put them in
Oh,
there.
okay.
It'll still stay locked with the it'll just slide and key. So it can't, even without the magnets, it wouldn't fall out because it's got a slide groove.
Is
So
drop not
the
working,
magnets are
Jerry?
just a nice touch.
Yeah, I dropped already. It's not letting me drop a second time immediately.
Oh, let me try.
I think you got to wait a little bit.
No, I need to go and log in.
Need a reset done?
No,
It
I
dropped
need
the
to
first
log
time.
in.
It worked. It worked the first time.
Oh, it did. Oh, then you have to wait. There's a 10
Yeah, it
minute
worked the first
delay.
time. It's just I tried to drop a second one right away.
You just need to reset, yeah.
I tried to drop Vegemite Man the second time.
Let me go to full screen so you can see the drops.
Yeah.
So, guys, my table normally does not look like this mess. Is normally it's just because I'm working on this belt printer. It's a mess, but normally it does not look like someone threw a grenade and then someone threw a grenade after that one to make sure it was a real mess. That's not normal.
Well, the second
It's
grenade would help
normally a lot
tidy up.
tighter
wouldn't
than this. So, I'm going to be doing. I'm going to reassemble the bed now that I have the bed soldered done.
And I was thinking the Russian army was walking over your table.
It looked like it, yeah. But it's all good. It's all working. It's all assembled. It's all functioning. I'm happy with it, the way things are going with it. So, yeah, that would be clean for about. You know, if I'm working on something, it normally is a pigsty. I did clean it up a little bit because I was soldering and I needed to clear some space. Normally there'd be parts all over here, and it's still like if I'm working on a project, like if I'm doing a build or something like that, yeah, that my desk is a mess. When I'm not doing a build, I try and keep it somewhat tidy. Don't always succeed, but I try.
Yeah, Brandy goes, Jerry, your desk is such a mess. People are going to see that. I said, no, they can't see it on camera. It's right here. It's like, it's a mess. Every few days I straighten
A
it up.
messy desk is a sign that you're doing something, right? If it's clean all the time, it means you're sitting around doing nothing. So I'd rather
it's
have
not
it a
that-
little bit messy.
If I was sitting around doing nothing, it'd be stacked up with dishes. I'm watching Netflix and I got dishes, but when I get done, dishes go to the sink. So I'm not one of those people that leaves them lay around all the rooms of the house.
A clean desk is a sign of a sick mind. You know what? I agree
Yeah, not
with you
wrong.
on
Not
this
wrong.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know some people who are always have the tidiest desks, but it takes forever to get anything done. And then you go to really technical people who are super creative about how they do their job, and they're like,
The thing is, it's always work in progress, and it's stuff you can track down and find easy. My place at work is like that. There's projects scattered in 3 places across my 2 large desks, so I can find stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't mind having a messy desk for that reason. It's all good with me. So we have the hotbed ready. It's wired. We'll do some more wiring the weekend to wire it in underneath, but we should be and hopefully I will have the proper bed and our power supply mount and the main board mount ready to go for this weekend. I always wonder where the bodies are if someone has it has that clean of a workspace. See,
Yeah,
mine's not
sometimes
clean.
you think, yeah.
So I also mounted this motor loosely because I need to be able to slide it to adjust the tension on the belt when I fit it. So when it's in place, I'll tighten up those bolts once I get tension in the belt. You can see. Well, it's semi. You can see this half of the table is clean. Over here is piles of stuff that is not visible over here. So I move stuff out of the way and pile them on top of each other so I can have room to work with to do my soldering.
That really sucks that I paid $100 for that Auteur bed on Amazon, and then a couple of weeks later, Tom Gross says, "Hey, would you like to try ours out?"
Well, that's the luck of the draw, right?
My wife said that. I said, yeah, they probably seen that I had bought one and done a video. So they said, hey, let's send me one. I don't know.
Yeah, and I got that as well. I haven't
Oh
used
my God.
Broken?
No. Okay. I paid $100 for the one from Moteur, right? It
Yeah.
is not steel. It is aluminum bed. You can't use magnets for hold downs whatsoever, and it's better to have a steel bed. This one, which I think sells for $60 to $70. See the magnet?
Steel.
It's
Much better.
steel. It's perfect, and it's got the steel shield underneath it, aluminum shield, so you don't
Yep.
burn all the way through. Oh my God! Yeah, I can definitely do a video on this.
Now I'm going to design, Jerry. Just so you know, I haven't done it yet, but I will. Because as you know, when you're laser engraving and you're cutting through, especially you want the honeycomb up off the surface.
You should have a slide air gap.
Well, yeah. So I'm going to design the clips for the side to raise it. About maybe 5 to 10, about 10 millimeters off the bed. They clip onto it. So I haven't done them yet, but I will design some because I want to have the raise option when you're doing a cut through to lift it up off the bed.
Yeah, every time I do a video, somebody's like, well, you should have said that and you didn't do this. And yeah.
So
it's
I
okay.
will be doing
all feedback is good feedback. I don't remember everything.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to pop off for like half an hour. I have to give my eyes a rest.
Well, we may not
don't
be
pop
here.
off in your eyes. It'll make you go blind.
We may not be here because depending on how chat goes, we may run till 10 o'clock which is 10 o'clock Eastern, or we may go over and raid somebody. So,
all right.
Yeah, that's going off somewhere for a giveaway. I agree. It must be Lyle is doing a giveaway out there.
The stainless steel plate on the bottom has a 1/4-inch lip all the way around it. The bed fits into the aluminum lip.
Yep.
So all it actually needs underneath would be just pop it up out of there, stick a little tiny anything in each corner, drop it back down, and then it's raised up and has an air gap. And it would still sit inside the lip. Well, that's cool. Then it's got protective plastic corners. Wow, this is nice. Yeah, I've got to do a pre-stream with Congo.
Jerry, do me a favor. On the box it came in, the cardboard box it came in, look at the upper right-hand corner, or the upper left-hand corner of the box.
Yeah.
There's a label up there, is there? Try the other side.
Yeah.
It came from Ireland.
Mine says made in China.
Yeah. But look at the address.
Yeah, the business, it came from Ireland. That's funny.
Yeah. They shipped it out of Ireland.
Yeah. Cool.
They may have a wholesale warehouse there, and that's where the shipments are at the moment. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5 hours. I got a pre-stream. They're going to be at Home Congrow, and tomorrow night at 7 Pacific, I'll be on their Hangout talking to them about lasers.
Yeah, well, tomorrow night actually, I'm going to be doing a presentation. I'm going to be doing a live stream on my astronomy club, but I'm also going to stream it. Or I'm probably going to stream it here as well. But we're going to be doing at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. The SLS, the new rocket from NASA, is actually going to be being the first time it's going to be rolled out of the VAB, the Vehicle Assembly Building, up to the launch pad. And now it's not going to launch. They're doing a dress rehearsal to make sure everything's okay. And they're probably going to do some cryo testing and a wet dress rehearsal to fuel it up and detank it again later on. But that's starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. And I'm actually going to do a live stream with me and 2 other guys who are solar system ambassadors with NASA like myself. And we're going to tie in with the NASA feed and we're going to talk about it. And we'll have a guy on premise at Kennedy with a mobile device. I think he's going to use a cell phone or something. But he's going to have a mobile. He's actually going to be there while the SLS rolls out of the launch bay. So he will out the assembly building. So that'll be live tomorrow. So it'll be the first time it'll be seen assembled.
Cool.
So if you see me going live tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern, that's what I'm doing. It'll be us doing that. It'll be a live feed out from NASA, and it'll be 3 of us on there chatting, and we'll switch over to the NASA live feed, and we'll go over to the guy that we have there with the live feed also. So that'll be an interesting stream tomorrow evening.
That's
tomorrow
strange.
morning, your time.
They're made in China, but they're coming out of Ireland. When I looked online when I bought my Otura, I didn't even see anything from Comgrow on Amazon. So maybe they weren't selling them here locally.
Yeah. So yeah, they're probably made by a derivative of an Irish company that's based in China who do the manufacturing for them, and then Comgrow are buying it off them.
The black metal extrusion that holds in the honeycomb bed has a plastic. It's got plastic over it, so it doesn't have to be peeled off as long as you don't hit it with a laser and burn it. It smells, but it does have a coating on it.
I would take off the plastic. It's only static on anyway. I would take it off because if your laser does touch it, the fumes from that are really nasty.
And then one of the corners is broke. That's no big deal. It's just a plastic corner to make it look pretty and protect it from you cutting yourself on the sharp edges.
Well, you throw them away.
As long as you're not an idiot, there's no reason why you would cut yourself on those edges.
Well, I said there's that plastic caps on the corners.
They're on there for decoration.
They're shipping. You just take them off and dump them.
Yeah.
They're not clipped on or anything. They're only just to protect the corners during shipping. That's all. But so that'll be me. So I'll kick off those parts to print tonight, Jerry. I'll probably do it in my Inner 5 Plus. I'll get those printing, and we should have functioning parts by tomorrow night, maybe at some point tomorrow night or the day after. And I can add those into the base then going forward, and I can take out the electrical box, or the main board box, and transfer everything over.
If I feel okay in the morning, I'll start working on the belt printer and start taping my progress. That way, hopefully in 4 or 5 days, I can get another video out.
A lot of people are idiots. Yes, well, as Einstein once said, there's two things he's sure of, is the amount of hydrogen in the universe and human stupidity. And he says he's not really sure about hydrogen. So, but that live stream will be fun tomorrow night. It'll be different, but I will stream it here. Well, I'm thinking about streaming it here. I also have an account over on
Pornhub.
What's it called? Say that again.
I'd pay not to see that. Thanks, Jerry.
Oh, I don't remember what I said. Move on.
I'm on Trovo, and so I might stream it out to Trovo as well.
Yeah,
I haven't decided yet. I'm going to go to Facebook, for the Astronomy Club, YouTube for the Astronomy Club's TV show, because my Astronomy Club has a TV show called Astronomy for Everyone, and then I can add one more. So I'll either stream it here or I'll stream it to Trovo. I might actually do here. Come on, say it.
No, I can't.
It is like, is that a site like any? No, it's not like OnlyFans. No.
No. He expects to make money if he was on OnlyFans, but I don't think that'll make
No,
money.
you don't want me to say
no, I
anything
know on that people will pay me to stop.
Yeah, I would definitely pay you to make sure the camera's turned off. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I get paid extra to turn the camera off. Yeah. Trovo is like Twitch, but it's primarily gamers that's out there. There's not much anything else about gamers. Someone mentioned it a few days ago, and I decided to check it out. And it's just a streaming service, but I don't know if it's worthwhile. There's no real interaction on it for some reason. I don't know why. It looks and feels like Twitch. Nobody I've seen so far anyway interacts on it. It's mostly people playing and watching others playing games.
Yeah, that's why Twitch is more enjoyable. At least you can get some fun with the chats and.
Well, you can do that in Trovo. Yeah, you can do all that over in Trovo, but nobody does. It's just people playing games.
Yeah, well, Twitch is that's what Twitch was basically marketed as, but it does seem to be more and more going away from that now with people chatting and makers and all sorts coming into it now.
Yeah,
it's a lot more
and
diverse.
I think Trovo will go that way too eventually when more and more other people getting interested in it. I think more and more people will go towards will actually there's a divide. But what could also happen is like there's been some other streaming services that have started up similar to Twitch and never took off, and they just shut the doors after a while. So
The offline controller on the Atom Stack works great, but you still have to have a computer to design the files to put on the micro SD card. So
yeah,
it's not 100% computer free. So
well, you can because you have to create your G code, right?
yeah,
And once you create your Z file or NC file or whatever you're using, then
yeah, it had 2 NC files that came with it, and then I created a G code. But I've done some really good burns at one pass. It works great. But I say the cantilever is limited to its size, so this honeycomb bed right here will not fit in it. But maybe I'll get one from them to review. I don't know. But yeah, it's a great little laser.
For small lasers like that, they generally don't do They won't design a honeycomb bed first.
It's very, very
powerful.
It has a lot more power than a Comgrow 5-watt. Definitely.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about that one. I haven't checked it out yet.
Just watch my quick video. That's only 25 minutes long.
I always do.
I go to the website and I scroll down very slowly and I talk about everything and my opinions. So anyway, but yeah, I thought I'd done a good job on. I liked it. As long as I like it's all that matters, right, guys?
Yep. As long as it keeps you happy.
And then my wife, Brandy, she'll watch it later and goes, yeah, it's okay. I always get her opinion.
You know, I don't know. I don't think anybody in my house watches mine.
My son used to watch my videos and then he quit. So my sister won't ever.
They don't have the interest in as being makers. You know, that's not what they're into. So that's fine. You know, if they're not into it, that's okay. It's like they're not into astronomy either, then that's okay too. They're nice. They do. They all have their own things. My wife likes aquariums and fish, and she breeds them. There are.
If you start breeding piranhas, I'd watch out if I was you.
No piranhas. No.
My brother doesn't have a computer, doesn't have a smartphone, and if he could drive a Model T or a Model A, he would. So, and he's 65. He's my older brother. My sister is 70.
I mean, nothing wrong. You don't have to be technically, I wouldn't say competent, technically buried. You can still be technically aware. Just don't keep off the grid. What the hell?
Yeah. So, Bill, right. Your wife feels it's enough suffering to listen to me live. Why would you watch a video of me? Okay. See, I'm in the basement, so my family are upstairs. I'm down here. So
yeah, the lock's on the outside, not the inside. So yeah.
You know, one thing I did on that video is when I taped the beginning of it initially, I wasn't very excited and happy. Once I got it done and I burned everything that I burned and I was very pleased with it, I retaped the beginning at the end and I was really excited and kind of freaking out because I was so happy with it. And I made that my new intro. So
nice. Yeah. Well, I think yours is getting an awful lot more hits than mine is, Jerry, because it's shorter. Because mine is a live build, right? So it takes.
Well, yeah, I know. When I first watched, you was like, "Oh my God, he's got a 2-hour live build. He's already had like 1,500 views, or however it went up. They really climbed fast." And then I finally did mine 4 or 5 days later, and the next day it didn't have hardly nothing, and then boom, it took off. And none of my videos have ever done it. That's why I said
your live build of your Prusa was very well followed, Jerry. To be fair,
yeah. The live, a 2-day build for a Prusa Mini.
Yeah. It had to be a new record. 8 hours to build the Prusa. Yeah,
I think Prusa we are going to post on the website. How not to spend 2 days building a printer.
well, we know Dora's already got Chris Perillo's one clipped, and these are what you don't do when you build your Fucas printer.
I'll know tomorrow. I'll know tomorrow.
You've got to go back and look at it. There's
a slight possibility.
Funny.
There's a slight possibility of my live stream Saturday. I might be giving away a Focus diode laser because Dora asked me about if I might want to give one away. So I said, "Hey, you want to do it Saturday?"
Man. How's it going?
In the live stream. So, yeah. So I messaged her back with some ideas. I haven't heard back from her, but by tomorrow morning or overnight, I'll probably hear back and see what she wants to do. But there's a good chance that Saturday coming up, I might be giving away a Focus laser.
The FE20?
Loyal's giving away in April 3 Focus printers and maybe a laser as well through April.
Yeah.
So he's getting a lot of stuff from Dora, which is good.
Well, he's got a lot of views, and I have never asked. I mean, it's just like Ziltech, when I used to do my live streams on YouTube or have different guests on, I'd ask Ziltech, like, give away 2 or 3 rolls, and they say, sure. And I haven't asked them in a long time. So it's just a matter of me asking.
But to get it to be given, four focus or
Yeah.
three printers and a laser is pretty good. And he's
Yeah, but
emphasizing the printers will go to someone who does not have a printer. 3 of them will one he's
Yeah, but
giving
you
away
never know in
himself.
chat who does or doesn't have what
No,
particular printer or laser, but wishful thinking that you hope.
Would have a bat says Matt's on Modus's chat. Yeah, not a
I
surprise.
knew he would
Yeah.
be. I knew he would be. He's probably doing giveaways of filament or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I
He always gives away filament or goop or
I don't
something.
want to sit there for 3 or 4 hours and hope I win a roll. I did one time win a roll, but I got too many little things going on my not. I had some health issues going on, and so anyway.
Well,
Yeah,
you're right, Panic. They are very generous, but I will say they're a young company. They're only a year old, and they really want to get their name out in the market. So having
And they want to basically do the right thing. So if there's any problems, they basically address it. That's it.
Yeah, they've been doing really good like that, and they want to make sure that their name is out there. So they are doing the right thing to spread the word about their products. Yeah. And I think what's going to happen
that's how you do it. I mean, you basically look after your customers, whatever it takes at the start. Yeah. Because once you've got that customer base, you've got the resources to keep doing that. So if you do it from the start, the resources are always going to be there. If that's how you treat your customers from the start.
I agree.
I've got some rack material like Liam does. The side of his rack there, how it's got the grid in it. I have some of that out in my garage, and I got big long black hooks that lock into it. I'm going to put one of those on my wall out here in the stucco in my hobby room over here. And I'm going to start hanging my lasers up because I don't have enough room on the desk to work with this laser or that diode.
Mine are hanging here.
Yeah. And then if I need one or want to give one away or whatever, I know where they're at. So.
Yeah, I have mine hanging the side there.
Don't mind me. Just watching Gyroid go down. Gyroid looks so fucking cool going down. Gyroid infill.
Yeah. But that's hard on their printer. Well, that's small movement. It's one way of, if you're ever going to get a layer shift, you'll get it doing Gyroid.
Well, give it a good workout.
The only time I ever get a layer shift is when a part cools, it sticks up in the air, the nozzle keeps hitting it until it probably kicks it out of the way because it runs into something.
So he drags it over
extruding.
Yeah. East Coast can't. Yeah, I agree. I don't go onto loyal streams because I'll pop in for a while, and Loyal's what he does is great, right? He's trying to get the community get involved in stuff, but it does go on a long time, and and it's it's not like he has a manufacturer in there showing him stuff. He should have the manufacturer on stream, sharing the stream with him. And I've done some of that in the past, and it really helps because it builds engagement. And he does, he'll say we'll do a giveaway, and then he'll say and then he puts it out and pushes it out and pushes it out. He should set a time to do it and get it and do it on that time rather than keep making it.
That's how Joel does his stuff on YouTube, and that it just gets done, bang, bang, bang. Don't drag it out.
So that's the better way. That's my opinion, and $5 to get you bad coffee. But
yeah, I currently only stream to have hangouts, but I rarely go on by myself for 2 or 3 hours. I was for a while, and then I kind of quit, and I need to get back into it because anytime I'm in here working, which is every single day, 7 days a week, I could randomly be going live and just chit-chatting while I'm working on something.
Yeah. Sorry, Jerry, go ahead.
That was it.
Oh, so Builder, right? Yeah, I like it. There's something else involved. Okay, when Joel does these specials, when he's doing not a whole 2 hours or 3 hours of giveaways, and it's giveaway after giveaway with short, maybe 5-10 minutes between each one, that's fine. But if it's just a giveaway and there's only 1 or 2 things are given away and it goes on for 3 or 4 hours, that's a waste. There should be something else going on in there, like building a printer or doing something that's interesting, and then after that, then going on and doing a giveaway at the end. That would make a lot of sense. Or if there's more than one giveaway, do one in the middle, one at the end, or one beginning, one in the middle, one in, or space it out somewhat.
And if a person should, and I think if a person should win on any of my giveaways, and they're not in the area that they they're out of that region where I can't ship to for some reason, they'll have the option in chat. This is my opinion. I'm thinking that they can say, okay, I'll give it to Chris Mink, for instance, or I'll give it to Kieran or Astroprinter or whoever, or redraw. So,
yeah, I'm the same. Like if I it's been a long time since I've actually accepted anything on a giveaway. I generally say put it back in.
I know Bionic in chat, non-fam, a couple things he's won up in Canada, and he's sent them to me, and that's been awesome. Let's see, Andrew Sink, not Andrew Sink, Andrew S. Also, when I focus bed, and he had it sent to me, so I have an extra bed for my focus, and it's really nice for them.
Yeah, and also Matt has done it as well to me when I was doing when Toys for Tots. He won some filament, and he got them sent. He got it sent to me that I used,
Yeah.
and I've been on other people's streams, and because I was doing the Toys for Tots, the people who won filament on the stream just sent it to me because it was one, I was in the States, and two, because I was using it to print toys. So that's why they sent it to me, and that was appreciated. And every single one of them went to printing toys continuously.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's great. But I like Loyal, but it's nothing but a giveaway. Yeah, I like a bit more than that. I like I'm building a printer right now, or if I get a new printer, I'll do a printer assembly. But maybe I should start asking companies if they want to give me a giveaway when I'm doing an unboxing for their machines. It's harder when it's even harder now because for someone to ship a printer from China, it's about $700 to ship a printer from China to the US.
But hopefully, if they're selling on Amazon, they can ship it from Amazon US.
That's if they're selling it. But if they're new machines, a lot of times they're not available yet, and we're getting preview machines. And in that case, chances are they're not going to ship two of them because they're.
And it's nice that we're doing this belt printer. If we get it done and working, it'll open up the door for other companies. It's like, hey, I just did this one belt printer. I'd like to try yours out. What do you think? And they're like, yeah, sure. Ours has to be better than that. Here, let me send you one.
We've been talking about
giveaways.
Giveaways. Now here comes Matt.
Giveaway.
Yeah, so
a woman away. In the stream, the mighty giveaway stream.
Well, Jerry's doing the math. Look. Maybe I'll ask about getting some giveaways from companies because I get a good turnout on my channel, and I should giveaway. You have to click your heels together 3 times. That's how it works.
Hey, Chris, did you get both your helmets now? I mean, you got the first helmet. Did Loyal mail you the second one? You got both now?
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if he did.
Yeah, still waiting for mine. But mine will be a long time coming.
Did he ever ship it?
It did ship. It did ship. It was delayed because he wasn't given the address. He chased me for the address. And I gave him the address details because the mod lost the address. So he did chase me for it, and I gave him the address. But it was the one he wanted to keep because it came out so well, unfortunately. So yeah. I still have my suspicions that I'll get a photo of a helmet in a box.
That'd
maybe
be
in an envelope.
Yeah. That'd be funny if you did that.
Because that's what he said he'd do. He send me a photo of the helmet. Close enough.
He'll send you a can.
He'll do it. He'll do it. I mean, and that's what's good about Loyal. He does what he says. He doesn't care. He'll pay all the postage is covered. There is no, you'll pay the extra postage. Whatever it goes, he pays for it. That's the way it is, so, which is great.
Yeah, something that big is expensive. I had a guy one time in one of my videos want to buy one of my Star Wars helmets, and he lived in England. I said, it's going to be too expensive, and I actually figured it up for him. And I was going to sell him the helmet for like $250, and it was like $400 to ship it to England. It's like, it was just way too much.
I don't know what it'll be at least $100 for Loyal to ship that down to me. At least $100 minimum. So,
yeah.
I mean,
shipping is
cheaper to buy a printer. Buy me a printer.
It'd be cheaper to buy you a Prusa and ship it to you.
It wouldn't fit in the Prusa though. It has to be the Prusa XL. You can buy me a Prusa XL. I wouldn't complain about that.
Yeah, that's $4,000.
And then
like I said, I wouldn't complain about it.
When I done all my giveaways of 2,500 subs on YouTube, I had a lot of companies that wanted to send me the physical object. It's like, no.
Yeah. But he's already shipped it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, let them directly ship it because they have a deal worked out and they get it probably next to nothing. And if I have to ship it, I'll go broke. Hey, what's going on, buddy? There's Mr. Mink.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How you been?
Good.
Living a dream, I guess.
Yeah, living the dream. Every day
Yes.
above ground's a good day.
That's right. It is.
You're not sure, you guess, right? What are you up to, man?
Oh, I just got home a little bit ago. Sit down, going to relax before I have to do it all over again tomorrow.
Oh, I know. Well, I don't have to leave, go anywhere because my work is actually on the other side of a wall over here. I work at home, but yeah, I know it's repeating the same process over and over and over again. I get it.
I have dreams and nightmares sometimes about when I'm doing things at work, and then I wake up and said, I'm retired. I don't have to deal with that crap no more. It's so nice.
I don't have that luxury. I'm always
Your
busy.
wife likes to have a roof over her head, doesn't she, Liam? Unfortunately.
Yes, having
Yeah.
a roof over our head is always a bonus. Correct.
Yeah.
So, like you, Kieran.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Well,
So,
like I said,
same
I'm,
thing.
I'm working from home at the moment. I've been sending off emails, talking to the US already this morning. So talking, that's the way it is. So
Yeah, my day starts at 5 a.m. I get up. If the I get up before the dog does, guys. that's how bad it is.
Wow.
I get up.
well,
And
I'm normally in the
when I
office
go
at
over to
5.
the
If I'm
doctor
not
to
in
be
the office, I've
sleeping-
logged on and doing my stuff here at 5 in the morning. So
Yeah, so I get up at 5 in the morning, and sometimes I go to the dog to see if the dog wants to go for a walk. And sometimes you can just give me a look as if saying, I'm not ready to wake up yet. She'll still sleep while I am up. So, and then what I do is I get breakfast ready for my son before school every morning. And then when he's ready for after his breakfast and so on, I then bring him to school. But I'm already checking emails at that hour of the morning. I'm already doing stuff, And the moment I get back after that, then I'm back into.
And then I message him once in a while, and he goes, I'm working. I'll check it later. Well, I know that.
Say that again?
I say, and sometimes I message you in the morning, and you go, I'm working. I'll check it later. Well, I know you're working.
Yeah.
And then
You're
late
right.
at night, I try not to PM anybody late at night, because if you're like me, your phone will go ding, and you got it right next to your head when you're sleeping. So because I get up throughout the night, and my phone dings, and I go to my computer and see who's dinging me and what they want.
There's a little function on your phone, Jerry, where you can set the volume to 0 or set it to
Yeah.
mute. That's your
Yeah.
answer. Then you put it away and you sleep and you don't hear a ding. Unless you have an alarm set. Then only you.
Yeah, somebody that has trouble sleeping shouldn't have their phone making noise at night, disrupting them.
Yeah, mine's
Agreed.
set on that do not disturb. That way, at a certain time, it comes on, and then it goes off right after I wake up. So
4:15 to get.
I got a Galaxy S10. I'll have to find that setting.
Well, you can
Yeah,
just turn the
it's on
volume all the way down. Yeah.
yeah, the Galaxy 7. Yeah.
You would want the phone to ring in case it's a relative, but there's a 911, though.
yeah, there's options to where you can set favorites.
Mhm.
So like if somebody calls and it's in your son or whoever and
Yeah.
they text, those will go
You get
through, but nothing
You get a
else will.
different volume setting. Yeah. So you can do all of that, and 911 calls will always go through. You can do stuff like that. Well, obviously, you won't get a 911, but you can have like those people set up. Or what else can you do? You can say messages go through, but phone calls don't, or vice versa.
Okay, thanks, Sleepy.
It doesn't vibrate that much, Liam. It's doing it now. It's not vibrating that much.
Yeah, well,
It's fine.
When my boss used to call me at work, I had a little voice that came on, and it said, "A-hole is calling, A-hole is calling," but it used the full word.
I'm one of the guys I used to work with in Germany. He had a loud police siren on his phone. When his boss called him, it was woo woo woo.
Or one time, "Help me, I'm in your pocket," or something like that. "Let me out of here."
No, but that was funny. I wouldn't mind. His boss was a nice guy, but that's the warning he had in his phone.
But if I wanted my pocket talking to me, I want a female voice, not a male voice. So. Anyway, I think I got a button for that somewhere. There we go, right here.
So, just so you know, Jerry's invited just because of his sound effects.
Right.
Oh,
That
that's-
and for the cameos of his lovely wife, Brandy. Those are the two
Yeah,
reasons.
we need Brandy on here to come down every now and again and slap him
Choke,
upside
and choke
the
the
head.
crap out of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandy, come back. We need you. Come choke him.
I cooked some cod the other day, some fish, and I didn't let it completely thaw out. And some of it was a lot thicker than other. I prefer pollock because they're uniformly the same size. Cod is all different sizes, chunks. I don't like buying it. But anyway, I cooked it up instead of using club soda in the batter. I used beer batter. I grabbed one of my beers and I dumped beer in it instead. And I got sicker than a dog after I ate that. And
Wasn't properly cooked.
run to the bathroom, and my wife had the same problem a couple hours after me. And one of the big chunks, which I knew when I was eating it, well, this doesn't taste done. I threw it down on the floor with my dogs, and neither dog would touch it. But then
Wow.
later, I had extreme problems running to the bathroom all night long. So it had to have been I just threw the leftovers out, and what was in the freezer I threw out.
Yeah.
It was a pretty
It's
horrible
gone
experience.
bad. Well,
Yeah.
also remember, stuff that's in the freezer does have a lifespan.
Well, I just bought it.
But you don't know how long it was frozen before you bought it.
Yeah.
And they do have a lifespan. So,
And if you buy it and it's old, it's going to look freezer burnt when you bought it. And it wasn't freezer burnt when I bought it. So it's like at home when I leave stuff in the freezer too long, it gets freezer burnt and it builds up.
yeah.
And a lot of people just rinse it off with water and cook it, whatever it may be. But
Especially when you're dealing with chicken and fish, you have to be very careful with.
yeah.
So let's see what's happening. Anyone else want to come in and join us? Anybody? No? 9 p.m.?
No, I said it's 9 o'clock in the morning here. Just sitting there working away, and thought I'd jump on and annoy you guys. So
Yeah, well, our daylight savings kicked in last weekend, so on the weekend, so we're back to the same time zone again.
They're probably
No, we
getting rid
don't-
of that.
we don't
They
have
voted
daylight
that-
saving because they tried it for 3 years and had a referendum, and they went back to no, it's bad for it. It screws the cows up. The extra hour fades the curtain, so they took it away. So
Yeah,
in Australia has what is it, five states and 2 territories. So for the 1 week,
Good night, Chris.
they don't all go over at the same. Some go over one weekend and some go over the following weekend. So that 1 week period, every single state or territory in Australia is in a different time zone, which is insane.
On the
And
news,
the
they
same
just said in
happens with
Congress
gathering.
they voted on it. They're hoping to get rid of it. There's no reason for it. I mean,
No,
No,
they
hasn't
have
been
already. Haven't they done already?
No,
In the
they're
US?
not here in the States. No, not yet.
they just yesterday or today they said on the news that they've already passed through Congress.
Yeah,
and
they
they got
passed
to
it
do
through
some more
Congress.
voting on it.
Yeah,
They're trying to get rid of it. There's no reason for it. There's no reason to change
2035
time
or
zone.
something, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, they have to do it over time because you must remember as well when you remove it, every software company out there, every computer company out there has to modify their hardware and their software because they like your operating systems, they all automatically update for DST. They all have to be changed. So every Windows
We
machine
mainly
will be-
disable all that. We can't afford to have DST kicking in the middle of a job. It could basically override data for that 1 hour period. So we disable all time zones setting at least gaps or an overwrite. And for real time operations, we can't do that. So we actually physically disable all our software for DST regardless.
Yeah, but I'm just saying a lot of operating systems will have to be modified and like Linux and Windows.
Time clocks for wages and all that the same way for checking and checking
All
out.
have
It's
to
all
be
done on
modified,
flights.
yeah.
All has to be modified. Yep, because that'll have to be
That's
taken
why
off.
they can't do it in one go. That's why they have to do it over a space of time. So they give companies the time to update their software to allot for it. So it's
Right,
a
Travis.
big problem. So what are you what rigs are you working on this morning, Kieran?
I'm not working any rig. One rig's doing a rig down. I've got 2 loadouts I'm looking after. I've got a guy taking some information on some remote ops in Saudi Arabia. So
Yeah,
bit of
those
this,
who
bit of
don't
that.
know, Kieran's a geologist. So he
Yeah,
works for
head full of rocks.
Yeah, he's got rocks in his head.
That's better than
Well,
having nothing, I guess.
It's
Yeah,
better
yeah,
than having
yeah.
that one. Yeah, I agree.
And lava for skin because it has to be really thick to take care of Liam's jokes.
Well, it's geology. Come on, it's not a real science, right? According to Sheldon, it's not a real science.
No, but it still pays well.
It does, as long as it pays the bills. Who cares, right?
Exactly. And so far, so good.
Good girl.
Puppies. So I'm going to do some stuff with this this bed this weekend, Jerry. I'll do some laser cutting. I'll put on a 10-watt laser, but I'm going to design the off stands for this because I'm not going to use the metal underneath it. I'm just going to raise it up. I'm thinking maybe 1 centimeter which should be a good raise off the bed. What do you think?
I'm just going to lift mine out of its frame slightly, put something back in there. That way it's propped up inside its frame.
Okay.
But then again, the gases are still trapped, aren't they?
They still are. That's why I said you want it clear so any air movement can move underneath it. That's
Or
what I was thinking,
completely flip it upside. Since the aluminum has that lip on, I can flip that over and just set on coasters or anything in the corners, pretty much anything.
I'd go 1.000334 centimeters.
Hey, Tim, DeWitt, I want to talk to you. I'm glad you're here. I liked your video. That really sucks that happened. I'm surprised you weren't yelling and screaming on camera. But that has happened to me one time, Tim, on the Focus printer a while back. I changed the nozzle on the Focus, and when I did, and I put it back on, I snugged it up like you're supposed to. It took the PTFE that was inside the throat, it shoved it up. The grub screw wasn't very tight, which I didn't know because it was all enclosed. The grub screw wasn't very tight, holding the throat. When I started the next print, the nozzle physically fell over, and kind of like what happened with yours, but I seen it happen, so I stopped it, and I fixed the problem. But because I changed the nozzle and the grub screw wasn't tight, that's why my throat fell out. And in yours, it looked like that same thing. Basically, the same thing happened. That when they built that, they didn't have that throat tight enough, and it fell apart. And it's very, very lucky that it didn't start a fire. And about the time that it ripped your thermistor in two, it should have kicked the thermal runaway. Because you can see right there.
It had no thermistor. That was the problem. It had no thermistor, and the heater cartridge just sat there and glowed. So there was no thermal.
Something has to control the temperature, so you have to have a thermistor. How do you control the temperature?
Tim, come in and join us. If you're available, come in and join us.
Anyway.
I hadn't seen your video. People were telling me about it. I didn't see your stream to see that happen.
It's posted on YouTube, Liam. You can get back there and
look
at it.
I'll go there afterwards, but still, I want to talk to him about what happened. So, I hate this. Like, I want to do an "I told you so."
No. I mean, he didn't expect great things from it, Liam. So that's the main thing.
Hey, Dum Dum, how you doing?
Hey, Dum Dum, how are you?
Marketed for children. That's just scary. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, I can come in for a few minutes.
Yeah, that was a crazy video.
You survived the child-friendly printer?
Is my audio working?
Yes.
Your audio is working.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I can come in for a few minutes.
Yeah, I seen you had a little bit of smoke. Thank God it didn't flame up on you. And you were...
Oh, I know. Well, I mean, I had run 2 test prints the day before, and like most people, I'll start a printer, run upstairs for a half hour, come back down and check it. So
I've done that for 6 years. Never had a throat come apart like that, other than the Focus.
I saved the bed.
So you saved the most expensive thing in the printer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim, the question
I
is,
just saved it as a visual. That's fused together pretty much. Oh no, it'll come off. So not easily.
So,
but yeah.
Will you recommend it for kids to use?
No. Nah, I would say no.
Shannon, hello.
Hey, Shannon, how's it going?
Depends. If kids like the smell of burning electricity and melting rubber and melting plastic, sure.
It's pretty interesting. For about 5 minutes, Liam, the hot end fell out, and it kept printing until it ripped itself apart, and it had a little bit of smoke.
I have 2 videos I have to watch. I have to watch Jerry's one he posted today, and I have to watch yours.
Yeah, it's 11 minutes long.
They're missing a great marketing ploy. They should ship it with a large bag of marshmallows. That's the problem. Really kid friendly.
Yeah,
I just think that throat wasn't tight is what I think caused it.
That's probably what it was, but I mean, I wish it would have fallen off on my test prints. I mean,
I've never had that happen on any printer ever, other than a Focus. But that's after I changed the nozzle.
Yeah.
Do you want another one?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I did tell Tim that he should have got 3 more to use them as legs for his rat rig because they're just a nice height. Be a nice height for the rat rig, actually.
Well, I kept the
frame.
This.
It's a nice frame. to be fair, the frame itself could have a good use for the frame. A bird box or a kitten box. Yeah, it's great.
It's a helmet for Ethan.
Yeah. Perfect. It's
Please like and
it's
subscribe, everybody. And close it.
Yep. Doesn't fit me though. No, not quite.
Hey Jerry, that's how them helmets I want from Loyal fit me.
On the top, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been working on. I downloaded Neary's. You guys know Chris Neary's.
Hey, Chris, yep.
Yeah.
I downloaded his model of a cutaway hot end.
Oh, nice.
That looks nice. That looks
Pretty
really
cool.
nice.
I'm reprinting the top part because I put too many supports on it. So I'm reprinting this as I speak. But yeah, it's a cutaway, and it basically shows how your PTFE tube goes down and how your nozzle butts up against your PTFE, and it's pretty cool. Nice little educational piece.
Yeah.
And then I've got magnets on order because that'll magnetize together, and then the bottom of the hot end will go together like that, so you have a complete blowing up Creality hot end. So pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh,
That's all just in PLA.
just PLA, yeah.
Yeah, right, nice.
Yeah, turned out good.
And when you're finished, you can always turn into a lamp.
Yeah,
Light
I
it up.
suppose that's true. Yeah, I just get a lot of people asking me, how does my nozzle clog, blah blah blah, and it's a great visual.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So,
The smell's finally gone away.
gonna burn.
Yeah, because it's quite cool there. Take a little while to clean out to get the ventilation through there to get rid of that smell. Melted plastic, horrible smell.
So, yeah, I got a lot of spare parts. I got a good 4 gig micro SD card out of it.
You were pretty calm. You walked downstairs and unplugged it. I'm surprised you weren't.
Can't be any
screaming
worse
and
than the Creality SD
the hot
card.
end.
So.
Burned up. Yeah. Well, it was like I got this text message. I think it was Built Over Bot that texted me, said it's smoking. So I was up there thinking, okay, well, filament's a bit wet or something's going on. And I walked down, looked at it, and I just went, huh.
Turn it off. You were just so blasé about it. It was quite funny. You're so blasé.
Turn it off, and well, I guess that's a good thing. I didn't panic. I mean, it was like
You should
first thing to do, turn it off and unplug it.
You should send that video from it falling apart to them and say, guys, you should not be selling this to anybody.
What the F, blah, 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 and then they'll replace it and give you a whole bunch of other stuff and et cetera, et cetera.
Well, if I could find the actual company. It's I can't find that printer online
Doesn't
anymore.
seem to exist, yeah.
It used to be
hold up that hot end again, Tim. Hold up that hot end. There is no place for a thermistor on that hot end, is there?
I see, and I don't see one.
No, they just got the cartridge hole. Yeah, that was it.
But how do you control the temp without a thermistor?
It's got a maximum temperature. Oh, maybe right there.
A hole on a set screw.
Yeah, it is there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
I think that white thing that fell off the side. Yeah.
I'm thinking I should send the link to Jim for his hot makes. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should. The video. Yeah, you should.
It was a hot make.
And also
they burned the factory down, Shannon. That's the problem.
Send it to Nerys as well, right? To Chris, because Chris said when Chris got it, he was, this is a lovely little printer, and I kept telling him, no, it's not, and he kept sending his praises. You should show him what happens to it.
He watched it today, actually.
What did he say?
Yeah, he watched it today.
Did he give you any feedback?
No, he just said it's a shame. He says because I like it. I want it. It's a little printer. He said that I really wanted to work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a death trap. That thing is.
Pretty much, yeah. Can you imagine? You do a few test prints and you go, this thing works great. Let's go.
It's going to fail. Normally, to fail on those first few test prints.
Here, let's put it in little Johnny's room because he wants to watch it print. I mean, come on. Anyways.
Yeah. No, that little thing is dangerous.
There we go. There's the bed. The print bed's off now. I could use that on my rat rig.
Is it rusted underneath?
What's the magnet on the base like? Isn't there a magnet in the center?
There
It
is.
looks like just like a Neo, whatever they're called, magnet.
Salvage
Neo
magnet.
lithium.
We're
The
salvaging.
battery.
Well, that might be. I might be able to salvage that magnet too.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
So, for me, I think I have an email address of theirs. If I can get you their email address, you can send it to them.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
Let me dig it out, see if I have an email for them. He's
There we
got more
go.
fluent than Tim, not me for sure.
Oh, look at that. Nice magnet out of that. Cool.
So you got two working parts out of the printer.
Yeah.
The
An
magnet and
SD
the
card
SD
and the
card.
magnet. Yeah.
It's not the strongest magnet, but hey.
You just salvaged 50% of that printer's worth.
Yeah, actually, the rods that came out of it, were pretty decent.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. Let me see if I can find their email address.
Yeah, if there's an email, I'll definitely send them a video and
Actually, let me. It's
let them know and see. Also, you can make it up to me by sending me a Prusa XL.
When I got mine, it was broken, and I had to take it apart to fix it. Do you know what they did to make it up? They sent me another piece of crap.
Oh.
They sent me the same machine again. That's why I got two of them. So, and then they sent me filament as well, and it was just terrible.
And not that they're worth their weight in nickels, but I got it I think 4 stepper motors out of it.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, if the company replaces, they probably want you to take down the video, which I'd rather have the video up.
Oh, we'll see what they say, but no, I couldn't take that video down.
No, I'd leave it up.
Again? How was the name of that company spelled again?
LONENESS. Now, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be an L at the end.
Yeah, it's called Oneness.
Oneness. Okay. So those L's aren't really even part of their name. Oneness.
Hey, Corey.
And I do have the first 2 test prints. They're not bad.
It's going okay,
Corey.
I soldered up the bed today in wires and thermistor, so they're extended. I did actually on the beginning of the Hangout. So when I'm ready to continue this weekend, I'll actually be able to put the bed in, and I also 3D printed some parts, like these little clips. Let me get it back to so everyone's even. These little clips, I made them up to hold the wires, so I can route the wires between. There's a gap between where the belt is and the sides, and the idea is because the hotbed and thermistor need to come off, I need to hold them into the extrusion and then guide them down and clip them in again below. So I made these little clips to do that. And that way then I can keep the wires away from the bed so they don't rub off the bed and get frayed up. Fitting name, you come home one with the print with a burn your house down. That's it. See that? It's a fitting name. Dum Dum said you become one with the print when it burns your house down. Yeah, no thermal runaway. That's a problem, though. That's a serious.
So, did your heat gun help you heat up the bed to solder?
It helped. I need to leave it on longer to get it hotter. I want to do a bit more tidying up on the solder. It is stuck, but I want to tidy it. It's not as clean as I'd like. So I'll reheat everything. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll actually put the heat gun on it and make it hotter. I might even get a blowtorch and heat it with a torch.
I thought you already taped everything up and you're done with it.
I did, but I want to do a bit. I want to make the solder look cleaner. It worked. It's done. I just want to make it look cleaner, is all.
Yeah. One thing nice about that bed, once it's soldered, is it won't have any friction where it might break or bend, or it won't be moving. So
correct. But the belt will be moving around it. So I want to.
Yeah, but you won't have any strain relief, is what I meant. That might be jerking on it.
Correct. There shouldn't be any, yeah.
I was eating half a roast beef sandwich as was off camera.
Now we all know.
Yeah.
So, do you have any big projects coming up for the rat rig? Finally got
Me,
the resin from Amazon.
Big projects? No.
Awesome, Dum Dum. Yeah, you'll have no problem. Just wear gloves, wear safety glasses, be careful. Pretend you're working with Clorox bleach, you'll be fine. So just safety first. Be careful.
What Jerry said.
Shake it up really good.
Did you get feedback from the architect model in the end there, Tim, for the hospital?
Not yet. No, haven't heard a peep. They paid for it, so.
I'm about to say, as long as they paid for it, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right. If they paid for it, they were happy with it. Obviously.
That's it.
Oh, your big model. You took them.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you delivered it. You got paid, but you didn't hear no feedback. Is that what you're saying?
Didn't hear any feedback.
They
She
weren't
wasn't
there,
in
were
the
they?
office at the time. And
Huh.
They always say no news is good news, guys.
Yep.
Right?
As long as the invoice gets paid on time, you don't care, right? That's all. That's
So, Chris,
important.
what have you been up to? What have you been printing? What's going on? What's new with you? It's been a while since you've been on.
Nothing. I'm still with work and everything else, buddy. I'm still trying to get everything put back together and put them all in a different room, and ain't really had time to really do much.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. Like I'd like to be streaming 7 days a week to try and get that printer done. But
We wouldn't like to see you streaming 7 days a week, though.
Thanks, Kieran.
You're welcome.
Kieran.
I'm saying it like it is. I'm just saying it like it is. Sorry.
You know, Kieran, pick a window. You're leaving.
Hang on. What that? I've lost. Oh, my comms have gone down. What's gone? It's all gone black.
Yeah.
It's all gone black.
You like that one, do you?
Oh dear. Let's see. I managed to ban Liam from his own stream.
Oh, that'd even be funnier.
Okay, let me see. Ban Liam. Okay.
I do think I'm the only one you can't ban, but still, that would be funny though. Stream
Giveaway.
Banned by his own mods.
Okay, was it last night or the night before? I was on a stream and Loyal joined it, and Mrs. Loyal joined it, and I made a comment about, look out, there's going to be a mod battle going on here, a dance off. And for the next 15, 20 minutes was just dance emotes going over and over and over and over and over on the stream.
Oh man,
hilarious.
really?
It just went nuts on the chat for dance emotes.
Whose stream was that?
Just checking to see who it was now. Can't remember. The best 14 life. It was this stream, so we'd crossed over to him. We'd into that, and I made the comment. And literally, it was just the chat was just dancing emotes, music emotes, just on and on and on. That was hilarious. So I had to apologise. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
Liam don't have Capuchin set up. Did I type that right, guys, or am I supposed to space that?
What's that for 1,000?
I think you're supposed to put the emoji before.
No, the emoji goes after. But what are you trying to do? What's K1000?
Flood the screen with 1,000 emotes.
Yeah, Liam don't have that set up, I guess. Capuchin emotes.
No. I do not have that set up. And now you know why.
Yeah.
That's a little bit tight. I need to adjust these a little bit. I'm adjusting the fit of these around the belt to make sure that they're not too snug, because if they're tight, you'll end up wearing on the belt, you know. Yeah, it's not working, Jerry. I don't have them set up.
Okay. So those particular bolts that you're working with right now with those square nuts, you had to buy those, right?
These ones, yes.
Yeah, I think I have the bolts, but I don't think I have any square nuts. I just got the diagonal triangles, whatever they are. Not triangle, it's stupid. Octagon. Yeah. Stop
the
sign.
idler roller on that belt straight, or does it have like a camber on the idler shaft to make
You
sure it
doing
stays
this?
in line?
And
No,
they're pretty snug actually, so they're not gonna. It's not. It can't go on tilted.
No, I mean just so the belt's not going to walk, because some of these have a high spot in the middle, so basically it always pushes itself back into the middle on the
No,
idler
this
belt,
does not.
idler
These are
shaft.
flat.
Okay.
These
Okay.
are flat.
Right.
I'm just making sure that this fits in here, so it's snug, and it doesn't. It
And
doesn't
not
have.
tight to rub. Yeah. Yeah.
It
So
doesn't
you've got
rub
some
too much
movement. Yeah.
inside. Because this is the driving edge, and then because there's ribs on the side, and
Okay.
then this one is freely moving in the center, because that'll be just pulled.
Just a tensioner. Yeah.
Liam, do a shout out to your StreamYard contributors.
Oh, well, I have two contributors to shout out to. This month, all of this month is being paid for by D-With3D, which is here on stream, up here above my head. And the other guy over there, hiding over there in blue, Chris Mink, actually also donated to StreamYard. So next month is actually all his. So he's the sponsor for all my streams next month.
Thank you, guys. Very nice of you.
They each paid a month of StreamYard for me. So they're the reasons why we can have more than 6 people on stream.
Chris is regretting it now.
He's saying, "What did I get into?"
Yeah.
That's not that bad. Matt's sleeping again. It's good. He
That's
hasn't
good.
slept in years.
Sleep is good.
No, his sleep pattern's just insane.
You know, what's really happening now that Matt's is asleep, we can tell Louise the truth. He's sleeping so he gets out of helping you plan for the wedding. Now, talking about starting an argument.
Is he going to bite now? Is she going to bite? I don't think so. Louise is far too nice to even deem that with a reply, Liam.
She's just nice to us, I bet. You see, she answers. She probably will. She's actually in the process of she's planning the wedding, and I asked her a few weeks ago. I said, "And what's Matt doing?" She says, "Nothing." I says, "That's the way you want it."
Keeping out of the way like a smart man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what does the countdown clock say now, Louise? How many minutes?
You should get married April 1st, Louise. Wear a veil. Go find somebody to hire to walk down the aisle with a veil on and prank Matt. So when you pull up the veil, it's some random person that you guys don't know, and pull an April Fool's joke on him.
They're going to live stream the wedding, so we can all be online while the wedding's being live streamed. We can make fun of Matt throughout the whole thing.
There's no way in hell Louise would even consider that, knowing us.
No, she said it already. No, she told me she's going to live stream it.
Well, she may do, but we know who will not be on that list of invites for their live stream.
As long as nobody's giving a printer or nothing away that day.
Have a filament cake or have a printer
That'd
cake.
be funny.
We have to arrange a giveaway so Matt won't.
Yeah, Matt will
turn up.
Bang enter. Okay, on the church's YouTube channel. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. But Louise, we'll have to schedule a giveaway and tell Matt about a
make
giveaway.
Make sure
on
comments
that
are
day,
disabled, Louise. If you're smart, disable the comments.
Sorry, but
if Matt turns up,
if the giveaway's on the wedding night, it'll definitely be bang enter.
Oh,
sorry. I couldn't resist.
Ooh, someone had to go there, and of all people, it was Tim.
It takes a Canadian to do it, right?
Mail him some brownies like the picture I used to show on my channel right before the wedding, a couple hours before. They can eat some of those brownies.
Oh, the one that they. Oh yeah, I know the ones you're referring to.
Yeah, the one that said shits and giggles. They're mixed up. You don't know what you're going to get. So
one's filled with likes and one's filled with something else.
Yeah.
It's funny. No, I expect you all to be watching the wedding live. No, watching it later. No, we'll watch it live because we'll be there. We'll be taking score how many times he stumbles.
Yeah.
Or what let's see if he's standing at the altar and when we hear. I've heard that happened. Somebody was actually the stag party was the night before, which you should never do the stag party. Do a week before, right? Never the night before.
You got to have
But-
some time for the eyebrows to grow back, or the
Exactly.
eyebrow to grow back. Yeah.
Yeah, and but the guy fell asleep standing at the altar.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody that was there could hear him snoring. Or the guys that pass out. You ever see those? The guys that pass out at the
Yeah.
altar?
That funniest home video had them on
We've
there.
been
Right guy
watching to
passed
see
out.
just to see how long Matt would actually be present for on a live stream before he had to pop out and have a nap.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's why I'm saying we have to schedule a giveaway.
Bang enter.
On the day we'll have a giveaway, and at the time he's supposed to be there. We'll
Okay.
do a giveaway, and we'll
Okay.
let's see how long he stays off his phone.
Okay. I'm gonna run for a bit, guys. If you're still on
Well,
after, I'll pop in again.
we'll be finishing up in no more than 30 minutes, I'm guessing.
Okay, yeah, it's just a short night for me because I got things I got to get done upstairs. So,
Have a great
Yeah,
night,
okay.
Tim.
okay, talk to you guys
Right,
later.
cheers.
Take care.
See you, Tim.
Bye.
So Dum Dum used to do.
Hey, Ralph.
What were the fights about? We're still going, Ralph. Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours, which is about average for the Hangouts. 2.5 to 3 hours. They vary. We started off really strong when Joel Telling raided us with 85 people, which was phenomenal. And I even got a couple of followers, and I even got a subscriber out of that as well, which is really
Nice.
cool.
And surprised there's still 23 putting up with you, which is amazing.
25 according to my screen.
Mine says 23, so
But yeah, it was fantastic for that, you know, or the groom and the yeah. That's a common one, I believe. Or I had one of my friends was getting married, and one of his best buddy was a prankster, and he went up in when they were saying, "Do you take this man?" Right, and we're doing the vows. The best man just spoke up and he said, "Oi," he said, "they call me the best man, so why you are marrying him?" Right in the middle, just as they're about to do their vows. Usually father or brother against the groom. Yeah, I've heard those too. I've heard those stories too. I've never seen one though. I've seen the usual pranks, you know, when the groom goes up and he kneels down in the front and someone wrote "Help me" across the soles of his shoes. Stuff like that are common. And I had one guy who one buddy he was getting married, and what we did was, luckily it was a week beforehand. So we got him drunk on his stag. Got on the ferry. He didn't realize it. He was so drunk he didn't realize where he was. We got on the ferry across to the UK.
but to Wales,
Right,
across the
Marriage
street to
Union.
Wales.
Across we actually went to England, and then we went from there. We drove up to Scotland, and this was in the one night. And he woke up the next morning, in a B&B, no money,
Scotland.
no ID,
Scotland.
no nothing, in Scotland, and he had to figure out and explain and figure out how to get his way home.
You evil people, you.
Could have done worse. We could have shaved his eyebrows.
No, you don't have to shave both. Just have to shave one.
Yeah. Or the other one is there's one guy who got so drunk as well in the middle of the city, we tied him to a lamppost in the middle of in the main street of the city, and we stripped him and left him there.
Jeez.
Yeah, we did some cool stuff when we to our friends. Well, at least the best man. Oh, James is the best man. Okay. Yeah, you'll find him. What will happen is he'll end up in a printer box on the way to Shenzhen, being returned.
Yeah. If he's lucky. Yeah, if he's lucky.
Dum dum. I was thinking the same thing.
No, it's only for weddings. We only do that for weddings.
Because remember,
So Louise,
Liam doesn't drink, so a sober man is dangerous when you got a room full of
He
drunk.
Liam could drink if he chose to drink occasionally.
Yeah, I used to, but I gave it up. So tomorrow, being St. Patrick's Day, or today for you, Kieran, I'll probably be one of the few sober
It's
Irishmen on
today.
the
It's
planet.
today. Yep.
For you,
today for
yeah.
me.
Yeah. So I'll be one of the few sober Irishmen on the planet. So, yeah, I don't drink. I gave it up. So yeah, you'll be fine drinking with me because I'll be the only sober one in the place. I haven't really I'll have a glass of wine with a meal or something like that. That's fine, but I don't do I'm not a beer drinker or anything like that anymore. I'd have a glass of wine like on Christmas or New Year or whatever like that, and a meal of Thanksgiving. But other than that, no. I just got sick of it. I drank enough when I was younger that I don't need it anymore.
You're still sobering up, yeah.
Well, I jokingly say that when I go back home to Ireland, I have to drink on the plane so I can pass the blood alcohol test getting in to prove citizenship.
When I was a kid, I always said when I become
65% alcohol to blood. Yep, minimum requirement.
When I was a kid, I always said when I'm an adult, I want to have a nice bar in my house. I want to have all kinds of liquor and have it set up really nice. And then I started going to kegger parties and I started drinking hard liquor with beer, getting really sick. Things coming out both ends. And next thing you know, as I got older, I never ever wanted to do it. I don't drink hard liquor ever. I once in a blue moon will have a drink here or there. I drink beer occasionally, but I do not like mixing alcohol with beer because it doesn't go
That's
well.
The first thing, you don't mix it.
Yeah.
I used to I will still on New Year's Day or just after midnight on New Year's Eve. I will drink one shot of whiskey because it was the only day of the year my father, when he was alive, would drink whiskey. Was on a day, and that was his birthday, New Year's Day. So
Okay.
on New Year's Day, I have a really good bottle of whiskey there, $500 bottle of whiskey, and I take one shot out of that bottle on New Year's Day every year. That's the only time it's opened. And because when my dad when I was living overseas and when I was alive, he'd have one, and I'd have one on the phone with him because I'd call him at midnight to talk to him because his birthday was New Year's Day, and what I'd do is I'd have a shot on while he's having one, I'll have one as well. But then now that he's gone, I still do that.
How old is your son, Liam?
My son is going on 16 at the end of the summer.
You ought to, on the back of your bottle, mark it with a Sharpie, a little tiny mark. That way, if it ever gets lower, you'll know it.
Nah, he's not that type of kid.
Okay.
Yeah, he won't. He won't. He might when he gets older, but not at this age, he won't.
Neat whiskey is an acquired taste, so if you don't like it, you're
Yeah,
not going to
it
like
is.
it at all.
Like if you're not used to it, when you do it burns on the way down, right? So you don't want to drink that.
You've got a $400 bottle of whiskey and it burns on the way down. They saw you coming.
No. I'm just saying that. But if you're not used to drinking whiskey, you feel it. It is an acquired taste, and it's not everybody is up to drinking it.
No, smokier the better. A good.
No, not the smoky is Scottish. Irish whiskies are not smoky.
Oh, you can get a nice peaty. Bushmills has got a nice peaty taste to it.
Yeah, I don't like smoked. I prefer the clean. Because the smoky flavor comes when they do direct drying, so they blow the hot smoke over the grains before they distill them. Whereas, yeah, Jerry, it's all out. And then but the normal Irish whiskey is distilled 3 times, and they do indirect drying, so there's no smoky flavor. Scottish whiskey is all smoky because Scottish whiskey is direct drying. So that's the difference between them. And then you have bourbon. They distill that once. That's why bourbon is kind of coarse. Any bourbon drinkers here?
We've got beer and wine coolers in the house, no hard liquor.
So I have it, but it's only touched once a year. What time is it, guy? 39. So what are we going to do for the rest of the evening? Do you want to raid over to somebody? Who will we raid? I know Chris is on.
I raided last Saturday, and I apologize to everybody watching. I raided the Free Heathen. And then when I got there, he wasn't there. So I guess Free Heathen must have raided somewhere. So when I raided, I don't know if it went through or not.
You just missed him. I think. We changed over.
Yeah, let me set up the raid. 1 second. I'm going to
Craft is doing some Fusion 360.
Who is Otter?
No,
Danger
Danger Dean's doing. What's Danger Dean doing? He's doing.
Chris Brilla's on. Loyal's on.
Loyal will be winding up soon.
On a break. I'm not sure what Otter's doing because I just joined him on an ad break, so it's no good for that.
Yeah. Let's go over to Chris. Chris always advocates for all upload streamers, so.
Yeah.
Someone says, who's doing Fusion?
Kitecrafter was.
Oh.
Kitecrafter was doing something with Fusion. Just recheck. It was on the screen. I did see Fusion on the screen. Let me just check. Come on. Yeah, he's got Fusion 360. He's got a motor. He's got some belts and pulleys on there on Fusion 360 on Kitecrafter.
I threw that part in a Tinkercad this morning, and I was trying to cut the tab and move it back. And after I cut it, I couldn't figure out how to move it. I mean, you can delete it, but I don't think in Tinkercad I can cut a tab and move it and reattach it.
No. What you have to do in Tinkercad is you have to bring in the model, cut out the parts you don't want, then bring in the model again and cut out the parts you want to keep and leave the rest of it behind, and then you can move them as separate parts.
Okay.
So let's go over and say hi to Chris Purillo. And we'll go raid Chris and say hi. Hey, Ralph. We're about to go over to raid Chris. Chris is always doing some fun stuff. He's always 3D printing. He's always talking Star Wars. So
then I'll be on with Congro tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Everybody, 7 o'clock Pacific on Congro's channel. They'll be streaming from home, and I'll be their guest on there.
Still got the ads for Otter. So I'm not too sure what Otter's doing. So
why is it saying that on my stream? Let me refresh this 1 second. It's saying you need to be a follower, subscriber only. Chat.
It says you're rating Chris with 23. It says right now.
Okay, because I got a weird message on my screen. 1 second.
It hasn't jumped yet.
No, it takes a while.
I don't know why you don't use the Twitch TV, the Twitch channel app. That way you just click one button and.
I've done that too, and it takes just as long. My UI is really slow for some reason. When I have the OBS virtual camera
I'm not seeing the rating symbol on my chat. That's weird.
Yeah. Just 1 second. This is just updating. Give me a moment. Come on, load. There we go.
My sub will run out on you in 5 days. I'll renew it when it runs out with my Amazon Prime, Liam.
Oh, thank you. I'm waiting for this to load. It's still loading.
Oh, Curmudgeon. Hello.
Hey, Curmudgeon.
He says raid, so I don't think a raid. I don't know if raid's coming in to you while you're going out or what.
I don't think
maybe just popping up the syntax, maybe. But I'm not seeing a message to say you're raiding. Normally it pops up on top of my screen if you're raiding. I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, I have that on the top of my chat. Okay, now he's jumping right now. Okay, now he's jumping. You did. You jumped.
Okay, good. Cool.
Okay, it didn't take me over. So
good evening to you.
We throw up a bunch of symbols here.
Yeah.
I've been raided? Wow.
Now it's Puppet's talking.